Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to another episode of That One Piece Talk. My name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Sam.
And Lionel, and this is That One Piece Talk, where we talk One Piece. Woo! Let's go. What up, everybody? How are you? Episode 180, guys. 180. Lionel is on the thumbnail. Lionel will be here. So give him some time to get here. But thank you to everybody that has joined us for another episode. It's going to be a good experience as always. Today's agenda. We will be discussing One Piece chapter 1132. And we will be taking Discord phone calls from fans. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you for liking the stream and the video if you're watching after we've done going live. And also, thank you to all the Spotify and Apple Podcast listeners. We appreciate you so much. We really do, guys. This is the month of giving, and you should give us some likes. But I thought Marv was gonna finish it. Yeah. There you go. But yeah, man, if you haven't supported us yet, please do. We appreciate that so much. If you want to join our Discord, you're more than welcome. The Discord link is in the video description below. And if you wish to send super chats, you're more than welcome. Not needed though, but when you do, just give us a little time to answer your super chats just because we're a podcast, bro. We're not like your average content creator who's capable of just reading super chats off rip because they have, the free time. We're going to be discussion. We're going to be in discussion. So that means you're going to just have to wait a tiny bit if we're already not doing super chats. Other than that, we have a P.O. box. If you want to like send us things, you're more than welcome. That's in the video description below. And we'll try our best to get to it. Sometimes we forget. Especially me and Seb. We forget all the time.
I have access now. So
yeah,
I'm more likely to get
the
stuff now.
If we remember.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, Seb, let's say what's up to chat. Let's do some super chats. And then we'll go into the chapter at 6:10. I feel like that's relatively great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I see Anakin Pie Walker in the chat. It's Motions, Sohan Kumar, Hunchin D. Hose, AZ New Chief. Sorry, I said your name backwards. Broker, what up, Broker? Stacks TV, Mohammed, sorry. Mugiwara, Mami, Courtney Marie, Haney, KSG2, It's Lisp, Riasat, Chad Wallace, Kyle Senpai, Daryl Lawrence, Twilight Straw Hat, Logic the Goat, Comic Blade, Deku Mighty, just so many of y'all in the chat here, man. Just hit that like button for us. We're already at 238 viewers, but only 97 likes. So please hit that like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. All right, let's get into some super chats. We got $10 from Anthony Herrera to start us off. It says, how nice can you be with your Devil Fruit to compete with a Haki user? I know Conqueror's Haki is everything, but we give more love to our Devil Fruits. Hashtag Blackbeard Gang. Okay. I think it really depends, right? If you're talking Conqueror's Haki, then you gotta be pretty nice with your Devil Fruit, right? I think Haki in general, not as much, But Conqueror's Haki, like if you're talking about the top of the game, you need to have Awakening at least. You need to be doing your Devil Fruit basically needs to be pretty hacks as well. So depending on where we talking though, might not matter. So
yeah, it might not matter because just having basic armament Haki could do a lot of damage to a low gear user, and they're considered pretty much the OP Devil Fruit users in the game on basic like iterations of what a Devil Fruit can do. So it depends, man. Like if you're super Devil Fruit reliant, you're heavily like not gonna do very well against a basic Haki user, I would say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what made it brings up even more now because Luffy's not actually made out of rubber. It brings up more now, like how Enel was such a great Devil Fruit user, and he had observation Haki, but still lost due to like somebody else having a Devil Fruit that counters him in total. And it's like, I think armament Haki is definitely the one you need to avoid fighting. but you can get by like an observation Haki user with just your devil fruit overall. But when you start adding on to the more advanced Hakis, of course, you're gonna lose out for sure.
Yeah. You got to use Haki to be the top tier, bro.
Yeah.
We got another 5 from 𝙏𝙗𝙪𝙀. It says, sorry y'all can't donate tonight. Gotta save up for Christmas presents. As he donates 5, and another 2 from 𝙏𝙗𝙪𝙀. It says, also hi Marv. Listen, you're not being consistent, 𝙏. You're not being consistent. And yes, Lionel is here. Yo.
Yeah.
We got.
Hold on. For everybody that's out there, is the volume good or like is it like if you're wearing headphones, is it more loud on the right side or on the left side, or are they both equal? Just give us like a basis of like how it's sounding, just because we thought we were having issues, and I just want to make sure you guys are okay. So if you're in the chat, just let us know that everything is like great. If it is, that way we let Marv know as well. All right.
You gonna have to monitor that, dog.
I mean, I'm looking at the chat right now. If they say it's good, it's good, and then we don't gotta do anything.
I bet. We got another 3 months at 𝙀𝙗𝙪𝙀 status from Ledgic the Goat. It says, just here to ask, how's y'all's Thanksgiving? #BBC. Mine was really dope. I went down to...
You look good, dope. You look dope.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, Pops looked mad young.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks good. It was good to get the family together.
Damn. He wearing the hat backwards. He was looking young, bro.
Yo, my nieces and nephews was beating my ass. Yo, it was bad.
You got some.
My fault.
Yeah.
But it was a good time, man.
Yeah, bro. You like being climbed on, bro. You're like a jungle gym.
Yo, I gotta tell you a couple stories from what happened as a result of all that. But
yeah,
it was a good time.
But it looked fun. Yeah, I had a great time too. So I had a lot of fun.
All right, yeah. We got another 2 from Milkman Lawrence. It says, late, it's all Seb's fault. #BustItOpen. It wasn't my fault. I was the first one here. I'm almost always the first one here.
Yeah. Sage and Cuddy, thank you for the 1 gifted memberships. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah. We got another 5 from Cyborg Frankie. It says, shout out to the LGBTQ community. We riding rainbows this week. Y'all feel me? #Lionel busted open. #Lawrence the dad that stepped down. Jesus.
That's actually mad funny.
Oh man.
Shade.
It says another 2 from thick Latina girlfriend. It says, can't give you likes. Guess I'll give you money. Yeah, y'all funny. Another 2, 12 months at 𝙀𝙀𝙀 status from Kremit. That's our highest tier of membership. It says, yeah, it feels like just yesterday I subbed to this great pod.
No, thank you.
Keep up the great work, fam. Also, crap news. I just found out I got bronchitis, so I'm chilling, taking some fat meds. Dang, man.
Hey, man,
feel better.
Get over it quick, man.
Yeah, bro.
Don't let it defeat you, bro.
Yeah, Conquerors Haki out of that, bro.
Yeah.
Another 395 euros from Sedgefield. It says, nah, I'd bust it open. Okay.
Yo, what the hell,
Lotto was wallet, bro. Another 5 from Lance Schultz. It says, yo, is that table looking small or y'all looking jacked? Much love, y'all. But Larry, I'm gonna need you to calm down with these whack takes. Eat a grilled cheese.
Listen, man. Lawrence and Lionel like to overeat, so if they look a little bigger, bro, it's because of them, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Because me and Seb looking on the skinny side nowadays.
Yeah, bro. The twins don't miss no meals, bro. They be eating. They certified eaters, bro.
I remember I used to get so mad because Lawrence or Lionel used to grab like an actual baking tray, like a baking tray of food, bro. And I used to just sit there and I used to not even think like, yo, I don't have enough to eat. I didn't think any of that. I was just like, this is just an overabundance of food that is ridiculously seasoned to the max. And I was like, bruh, please stop. You're grossing me out. And then they would eat the whole thing. And then afterwards, they'd be like, oh my God. Oh my God, my stomach hurts.
Every time.
And then Lawrence would burp mad loud.
Yeah, bro.
I used to be like, yo, bro, you can't do anything with them. And then when we were super young, I used to have to like let them know like 3 hours in advance to like come over my house. Because I know if I invited them at 7, they wouldn't show up until 12. And I know that they would eat beforehand, and they wouldn't be able to move around because then they'd want to shower and stuff like that too. So I was like, bruh. But yeah.
Oh, man. All right, before we move on, we did get one more super chat from No Slack Given. It says, how do I become a Nakama?
Oh, you just look at the bottom, bro. There's like a little there's like where you subscribe at for our channel. There's like a membership. Like you can, I think that's how you become a member. Or you also have to turn memberships on YouTube, from what they say. So
yeah, sometimes the guys will gift them out. You have to make sure you're like accepting of those gifts in your YouTube settings. But like Larry said,
that's so weird that you have to be like, yo, I want to accept gifts. Who's not gonna accept it?
I don't know. Maybe there's a downside to it that we don't know about.
I'm sure there isn't.
I don't know, bro.
I'm sure there isn't.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, we'll pause there.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're going to get into the One Piece chapter, the newest one. Going to be a lot of fun. I have some things to talk about. I'm sure the guys do as well. And if you haven't hit that like button yet, please hit that for us. It does us wonders. And then after the... we're going to go section by section. So if you're new here, we're going to just do section of the chapter, and then do some super chats between that, right? So when you send super chats, we'll be able to still read them. And then at the end of the chapter, after it's all done and we take commercial break, we're going to go into Discord phone calls. So if you're interested in talking to us and asking us questions, you're more than welcome to join our Discord and go into the waiting call room. And Sebastian will put out like a little contest, and it'll pick who goes first out of everybody, okay? So, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Cover story time. Today's chapter is titled Adventure in Elbaf. We are right back with Yamato's pilgrimage for the cover story. The caption at the bottom reads, Udon Castle under reconstruction at the quarry. In the cover story, we see Yamato riding on top of Komachiro at Udon Castle. She seems to be looking to the right. Next to her is Otama riding Speed, and she's also looking to the right. Do you guys have any thoughts regarding the cover story this week? We'll start with Seb.
Not really. I do like that they're rebuilding Udon to what it like was or what it can be. It's more like it was like a prison capital of like during Kaido's reign and Orochi's reign. So I like that they're redesigning it to be something like people are going to live there and there's going to be a castle there. And I'm wondering who's going to actually take over for that. It's cool. But yeah, like repurposing this area to be something more positive than what it has been is dope to me. I was curious as to what Yamato was looking at when she was looking to the right. I was trying to think of something, but I didn't really have anything for it. So I'll let y'all elaborate if you have anything.
All right. Law?
I honestly don't have much for here. Sebastian gave out good notes on that. And yeah, like rebuilding it. We probably should be seeing a lot of rebuilding because there's some parts of Wano that was so like how Orochi and Kaido, you know, I guess established it. It was so poor and obviously bad for the environment. Like you couldn't even drink the water, you know? So a lot of cleaning, a lot of rebuilding has to be in Wano to make it back to what it once was. Like, you know, I'm saying it's not going to get to the City of Gold level. Like, you know, Wano was called the City of Gold. But just bringing it back to its former glory would be cool. Yeah.
All right. Lionel?
Nope. Not nothing.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't got nothing. But I will say we are matching on the opposite ends of the table, kind of. Like you and Lionel are like kind of wearing the same color scheme, and me and you are kind of wearing like the same like type of.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, bro. Blue and gray and.
A little bit. Yeah, they always twinning though.
Yeah, that's true.
So
we be twinning.
Twin.
Wait.
Twins actually don't do that, so.
Y'all would know.
We would, though.
All right. Let's hit 5 minutes of super chat, and then we'll stop at 6:20, and then we'll get right back into the chapter.
All right. Let me get back into here. They stay sending me trades while I'm streaming, bro. Y'all gotta chill out with that. The other two from Cuddy Flam, it says, much love, guys. # top pod. And I believe you already shouted out the gifted membership.
Yeah.
So thank you again, Cuddy, for you're always so generous. Another 11 euros from Saket Farhad. It says, have you guys ever watched the One Piece theories of Hidden Island? In my opinion, he has one of the best One Piece theories. It would be dope if you guys could do a reaction to one of his vids. # Dragon is a G.
Thank you for the bread, bro.
Thank you.
We are familiar with that YouTuber.
Next one.
We'll leave
Next
it there.
one.
We're going to leave it there. The other two, from Gerardo Ramirez, it says, Blackbeard versus Madara. Who wins? Volume is perfect. Okay, thank you for that. Based off right now, I think you have to go Madara.
Madara.
Yeah, I think you have to.
Yep. It's not even close.
We going to see by the end of the series, but I feel like for now, you got to go Madara.
Yeah. Madara, for sure.
You called this one out, right?
Yeah. Sedgefield with the gifted.
We got another 5 from Luis Lopez. It says, besides Juvia, what made you keep watching Fairy Tail, Larry? Love the podcast.
What made me keep watching? The various other women.
I can't.
There's no way it's just the women. There's nothing else about Fairy Tail that had you intrigued, bro? That's crazy.
That's terrible.
I think
we really be turning into that fairy tale talk.
I think the story around Zeref is very interesting. I think the foreshadowing from the beginning when he's mentioned and everything gets pushed to the forefront of how serious it could get, where like people are actually like passing away and stuff like that, and there's consequences. That obviously adds interest, and also the powers are pretty cool. But for me, it's mainly the women. The women are just very dominant and OP in the show itself, and they happen to be likable and attractive. So I think it's funny. I think it's funny as well. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. We got another 5 from Elijah Baker. It says, like how Oda said Usopp was African, what nationalities would you say other colored One Piece characters would be? Mr. 5, Mr. 1, Blackbeard, etc. Love y'all. #BuckyGang. Thank you. I'm pretty sure he's said it for a few of them. I think, isn't Blackbeard Somalian?
Yeah, Blackbeard's not considered black, I don't think. He's Somalian or Samoan, whatever that is. I don't know actually what that is.
Somalian would be African, but
Yeah?
yeah.
You sure?
I don't know what. Am I sure that Somalian is African?
Sogi God, thank you for upgrading your membership to Yonko status, bro. Appreciate you.
I'm trying to think for the others. I don't know if Oda has said it or not for them or not, but
What else you say? Mr. 1 and what?
Mr. 1, just other like
Mr.
seemingly
1,
black
yeah.
characters.
Mr. 1 and Mr. 5 kind of, they seemingly look black, so nationalities wise, I can't tell you what it is, because like the only one that comes off like, for example, not African, even though Usopp is African, but doesn't Usopp give off more of a
Jamaican vibe?
Yeah,
Caribbean type of vibe, yeah.
So I don't know.
Go on.
I would say Aokiji's probably like a mixed race person, because he's more light skinned / his hair is like, it's like puffier, curlier, you know? Like he's permed or whatever.
Soglo?
Just let it shine through.
Oh, man. So he's probably like West African mixed with something else. I don't know. Another 10 from Victor Haight. It says, I posted this question on Reddit, so I ask you guys. If you were Emu, with all those powers, how would you use them that power to improve the world? Also, said, bring back the glasses. We miss them. I can bring them back. I thought about wearing them today, actually. I just
Nerd.
didn't.
No, I'm joking. What would I do?
I feel like we still don't have a full scope on what his powers look like. You know what I mean?
I will say, based on what Elbaf gives me vibes-wise, which I'll talk about in the chapter, I wouldn't say I would do the same thing as what Emu is doing, but I do it less cruelly. And I'll speak about what I mean by that. But I've said before that the Ancient Kingdom, there's probably going to be a gray line where the Alliance might have not been the bad guys.
Hey, man.
So
I'm not Lelouchian anybody.
exactly.
I'm just not doing that.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
That's too much.
That's way too much. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. And honestly, not that he's like gonna change everything, but I would work with Vegapunk more with his inventions, because he's looking for, not saying that Emu has a power source to fuel all of Vegapunk's inventions, but for example, the power that he's using or that he has, I feel like could benefit Vegapunk a little more than he. I don't think Emu's putting any effort to do that. You know, so I would probably find a way to help doing that, because Vegapunk at the very least is trying to better mankind or further mankind with his technology and feeding them, like, you know, he made freaking food vending machines. So I would further that to betterment, improve the world in that way.
I think Emu's whole idea too is like the more resource someone has, the more the bigger the chances of them doing something more cruel. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you want to oppress people or suppress them just because there's less to worry about from that specific kingdom or like country. When you give people so much access, they're able to do so much more harm than good. And people by naturally, you know, are not good, but they're also not completely evil. So it's like, how much are you willing to take a chance that this country won't learn how to use the internet and then hack everybody else and then do something where it takes you out and then takes everybody else out and then they become the new world power and then all of a sudden the world has changed once again. It's more of like a philosophical question than it is more than anything, because like Emu says, like not like Emu says, but the 𝙏𝙝 members are like, yo, because 𝙏𝙾 was researching this ancient knowledge, it would provide them the ability to not only search for Pluton, but maybe to find out where the other ancient weapons are, which would cause devastation amongst the world, because now we know probably one of the ancient weapons will sink the entire world, which would leave everybody without a home. So it's like, what do you do with that capability of suppression? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? How much is it like affecting people's freedoms? Is it completely wrong to like suppress a person's freedom at that point because of what was built? Is it wrong to build it? Like all these questions start coming up. So I'm like, the only thing I know is like power corrupts people over time. Like if you're in power that long, there's gonna be some things that you're just so used to seeing that you just don't want to give up as well. So it's a lot to think about, to be honest. So I don't know. That's why I said, like, I don't know if I'd be as cruel, but I also haven't been in a hierarchy position as him to live 800 years.
Yeah, like, I can't say that I wouldn't empower, like, say I was to have the ability to give y'all superpowers in the way that Emu seems to be able to give his 𝙏𝙗 members. I'm probably still doing that. Am I, like, overseeing a world government to a degree where, like, we're mass genociding because people are like, I'm not getting to that point. I don't think even power would ever get me to that point.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna sound crazy, I feel like I'm possibly more selfish than Emu is, because if there is a way to phrase this as for how the history went down, and it's controlled chaos, right? Like the world needs to be protected from itself. I don't know that I'm ever getting to that point either. You know what I mean? Like, yo, yeah, let them read. And if something happens, like, that's the world that they just living in. If it turns into this or people start using ancient weapons, I'll be a deterrent for that, but I'm not going to be at the top of the world. You know? Like, I'll make sure me and the people I care about are good and safe and strong, but am I running a world government?
Yeah.
I'm not doing, like, I'm just not putting in that kind of work, which is, I want to say selfishness. Like, I'm not trying to paint Emu to be this, like, savior or anything, but, like, he's doing more than I probably would ever be trying to do to save the world.
Yeah.
You know? And again, that's a way of framing it, but I don't know. I would definitely empower the people that I want or to be protected, but like I'm not looking for world power.
Yeah.
You know?
And think about it this way too, right? It's like we have an ancient weapon, but it's a person, and that person happens to live under the water where they control most of the planet. And it's like, okay, what if that one person was born and happened to not have good intentions? How do I combat that? They are underwater. I'm severely, DNA-wise, just underwhelmed. They could immediately take out anything that they wish. So am I wrong for wanting that Poseidon not to be alive?
Yeah.
Like, I know the evil of man. It comes down to like what's your morality like at the end of the day, like what's right, and it feels like nothing is right. So how do you go about life?
And that goes into like honestly, I'm gonna tell you, even though we haven't seen a Poseidon that is one, but it could kind of go into how do you gain a conqueror, right? We talked about, like, for example, just to throw him out there, Kaido. He seemed like one that he wouldn't gain and conquer on his side because of how he does things, right? Usually conquerors will rebel against that figure, right? Against that that temperament, as in, like, you know, he's like a moral Moragongar, and he's trying to beat people into submission, right? Emo's sort of like that, right? So he has loyal ones, right? But he also granted them power. So we don't know exactly the dynamic of the Gorosei of, are they all conquerors, or is he giving them? We don't know, right? But the main thing is that for that situation, it's kind of like for someone who has the power, like you said, Poseidon. The best way about it is to approach them with good intentions, as being a friend. And now, if they're evil in themselves, then that's where you might have to take care of it. But showing that you're an ally, not an enemy. Because a lot of people, when they come to like to seize power, they come with a hostile thing, which creates more hostility, right? But if you come more of like this friend figure, hey, you know, like trying to gain them to, or go on their side or gain them on your side more as a friend, you would gain more allies that way, right? Than more enemies. But if you're already having this hostile, you know, attitude towards them, that's what you're going to create. And that's where I feel like Kaido does. It's like you either get down or lay down, you know? Who's gonna now you're gonna get people who are gonna be submitted to you, or people like are gonna fight for their freedom, or fight to rebel, or like fight for their survival, right? So that way, in that aspect, I think that's how to go about it. First, approach as a friend, genuinely, right? Not to use them, because also how the Gorosei is, they approach you how to use you, and also control you.
It's different though, because then you got people like Horty.
Yeah.
That don't care about anything. He just want to do racist things because that's what he is. He didn't need a reason to be the way he was. He just was that. That was his being. Yeah. So how do you deal with that? Like as a person in a position of power, and it goes back to the white lead disease, right? We don't know that. Lionel's mentioned the conspiracy that they might have had some involvement with it, but ultimately that's a disease that could affect a lot of people throughout the world, and they contained it. And regardless of how they were treated, they were like, yo, we can't let this out into the world. So they started murking people when they tried to escape. Is that necessarily evil? It really comes down to like how you get.
Wasn't there an element to it that it couldn't actually spread to other people? I think that was the one thing, that was the one caveat there. The world thought one thing, and they didn't give them the accurate information about what it really was. That's the evil part of it.
Yeah, that's the evil part of it. But that's also like a suppression of don't go near white lead disease. Yeah. I mean, don't go near the white lead.
Hey, man. But you know it's hard to govern the world.
No,
I feel like y'all not giving, like, again, evil, he does evil things. Yo, it's hard to govern the world.
But the thing is, what Emo's the way he's going about it is, Emo, in a way, like you said, he's a big giant pirate, or his government is like a pirate organization. Because literally, Emo takes what he wants. Yeah. And he manipulates things to make it seem like he didn't do it, or he didn't have a hand in it. Like for instance, the ancient history, like, you know, Void's history, it all could have been in that selfish act where he wanted. He wanted something, it was something was preventing him from having it, so he did something that's probably crazier than Lucia. Like something worse, that he doesn't want people to know what he's done. Because then people will look at him differently. But granted, people don't really know that he's even alive, or king of the world, or the world government itself. If they find out what the world government done to get their position of power and what they attained, probably the whole world will go after them and try to take them out. Them probably hiding that fact is the reason why they're still in power today. And it's all about their selfishness. The best thing, he's more selfish, but if they don't get what they want, they're going to murk you. They're going to get what they want. So that's just like, I'm not saying no humans could be in position of power, but the way they're using power is all selfishness. They're going to get what they want, and you can't do nothing about it.
So what if I challenged your idea and said, yo, Emu's selfishness at that point was peace? They wanted peace. But he saw Joy Boy, and Joy Boy was connected to the ancient kingdom, which was also connected to these ancient weapons. What if there was a person like Crocodile back then that was like, yo, if I obtained one of these ancient weapons, I'm taking over. And Emo was like, yo, we gotta stop that version of Crocodile during that time from obtaining this ancient weapon. Because if he does, you're gonna throw the world into chaos. And then what happens? Somebody uses the ancient weapon wherever Enies Lobby was, creates that big hole, and it's like, yo, the water's rising now. Y'all see what happened?
And you always have to account for that, because like Avon said in The Wire, no Marlowe, no game. So, like, you have to account for people like Crocodile. They're going to exist in every era. There's gonna be a dude like Crocodile that wants power.
A dude like Horty.
A dude like Horty is gonna want power or do something.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna exist in every era. You got to be able to account for that and deal with it.
And like, put it this way, we've mentioned Luffy having a reckless behavior. He was selfish enough to go and save Ace. Meanwhile, he also let out all these other prisoners through his escape. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, it's sometimes if you think about it, yo, if Joy Boy held that same perspective on life, then his ability to live freely also suppressed people or made them suffer unintentionally, incoincidentally. Like, that's how sometimes it's like, that's what I said. Like, yo, Luffy and Joy Boy might be dangerous people in regards to somebody like Emu who wanted the control, but he also just wanted people to be in peace. To me, so maybe you, like, I'm not saying Emu's actions are justified in no way possible, but it's like, is Emu doing the best that a person probably could with the circumstances he was dealt with, and then just got corrupted over time?
Maybe. We don't know.
Yo, we don't know. We don't know.
For somebody, it's like, you gotta realize how corrupt he got. Like, it could have been always there. Because, for instance, you're talking about peace, right? Yeah. We see, you're willing, how you view humans, they're insects to you. And you're willing to have them as slaves.
He ain't never said that.
He never said, but he supports it. His people support it.
Listen.
He know, if he wanted peace, that thought process would not be implemented in the One Piece world.
Listen, bro. Yo, y'all my brothers. I heard Sebastian punch a teacher in the face.
All right.
Did I support it? No, I did not. Right?
Yo, you would have though. You would have though. In the moment. Yo, Emu in the moment was like, you call him insects. It's for the greater good.
But you know that. Like, you know that, right? But you know
like,
that.
yo,
but we see these actions with Lucia. Like, we see, like, he literally said, take that island out because it was close. Like,
hey,
what did that kingdom do to you? We don't know what that kingdom do. But what did it do for you? You want to take out every single person on that village, no problem. And you didn't feel no remorse. You didn't care. You act like it was nothing.
Listen, man. For all we knew, that milk mommy and what they were doing with milk was giving it to people that lactose intolerant.
Okay.
And it was just causing mass hysteria of stomach issues and IBS. I don't know, bro.
Yo, IBS ain't no joke, bro.
It's not no joke. And you playing with my feelings and my body.
But even if you want to go on the fact that, like, all right, they wanted peace, right? But then you also got to take it, for example, for what we see in One Piece world, all right, it clearly shows that, all right, this person's view or his version of justice is this. This person of whatever is this, lifestyle is this. You have to go the same way with peace. This person's peace or his view of peace is this way. It has to be different from others, right? From what I could tell of Emu's peace, right? His peace is obviously him in power, right? And he controls what people are thinking. He controls what people are doing, what people are watching, what they're viewing, what they're reading, everything. That's my version of peace. That I have control of that, right? And if I deem that you are stepping out of that arrangement or my peace,
ruining my peace, interfering with my peace,
I take it. If you don't also bend to my peace, my view of it, I deal with you accordingly.
So let me ask you this: are the best kings the kings that don't want to be kings?
No.
Like, necessarily they don't want the position because of what comes with it.
Would you consider King Riku a good king?
Well, how he treated his people, he's
don't lead into the other side.
My fault.
But what I'm saying is, like, usually the person that doesn't want to be king needs to be king because they're not desiring that position because of certain things, right? Yo, I could make a strong case that, Emu, due to them neglecting being known as the king or sitting in the throne when reveries happen, it could be possible that that person didn't want to be king or queen or whatever. They don't want to be the leader of the world government, so they sit in hiding. They never wanted that position, probably. But what if I was to say they were forced to because of what Vegapunk said? I wouldn't say either side was evil, but ideologies clashed. There might, once we get it figured out and know more of the history, we'll figure it out. But that was a dope conversation. So we'll just let it rock there, and then we'll get into the chapter.
Yeah, I said you want to pause there and go.
Okay. Yeah. Well, guys, we'll get back into the super chats. Let's go into the chat so we can have time for Discord calls. Also, thank you so much for the likes, and thank you so much for the super chats. I promise, after this segment of the chapter, we'll get back into super chats, okay?
Yeah, hit that like button. We got 500 people in here, but only 219 likes. Hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you.
All right. Ready, guys?
Yeah.
The great Eric that carries Dorian Broggy, the giant warrior pirates, and the remaining Straw Hats have arrived at Elbaf. We see a giant child by the name of Colin yell out to the giant pirates have returned. He yells out to the great Eric if they'll be drinking at the pub, and Broggy throws up an X in response to say no. Colin runs into the bar and lets everyone know they are going straight up. Colin thinks they are smart because if they have guests and stop here, they won't leave for 3 days. Colin packs his things and his mother lets him know that if he's going to the Sun World, then she has some of Ripley's favorite food and a bit for his father. Colin brags to everyone about Luffy being recently named a Yonko. It's the guy Shanks told him not to forget Luffy's name. 𝙀𝙀 notices the great Eric. He wants to follow them. A rainbow falls in front of the great Eric. All of the Straw Hats are amazed that the rainbow is so close, and Bonnie can't believe it's solid. Jinbei is confused about its angle, and Lilith believes it's such a beautiful and mysterious sight every time she sees it. Broggy tells everyone, while holding a block, that he drew the rainbow with these painters. Jinbei doesn't understand. Some giant pirates let their captains know they are at the foot of the rainbow. Dory and Broggy tell everyone to hold on tight since they're about to go vertical. Everyone falls backward and is confused. The captains explain that the Elbaf villages are on top of the Atom Tree, so they use this rainbow to get there, and when they arrive, they'll be eating. Frankie's just confused because he knows scientifically how rainbows are created, but Dory and Broggy believe he knows nonsense. They could ride rainbows. Then we see this huge shot of the great Eric and 𝙀𝙀's ship riding this rainbow. There's no resistance on the rainbow, so once you row a bit, it carries you the rest of the way. Jinbei believes if Luffy saw this, he'd lose his mind, and Brook believes he already has. Bonnie is amazed, and Robin can't believe there's so much to learn about the world. 𝙀𝙀 yells out to Luffy, as if he's on the ship, and wants to let them know he hunted a moose for them. Dory and Broggy wants to eat it themselves, and 𝙀𝙀 says no, it's for the Straw Hat crew. So, guys, what did you think about the beginning part of this chapter? And we'll start with Law.
Yeah, honestly, so I don't have much here, but what I do have is I'm so curious about him meeting Luffy, because he mentioned it, right? This little one, Colin here, because we saw a few chapters back that how it's very similar to like how Luffy was approaching Shanks. We have this one young child who wants to join Shanks' crew, and then Shanks is turning him down, but also teasing him about it, right? But the kid really admires Shanks about it. So just like how Luffy was, we saw. But then now we see where Luffy is that he is now, so to speak, at the same title of Shanks, right? One of the four emperors. I don't believe this kid knows of Luffy's past, that he tried joining Luffy's Shanks' crew back when he was young, but right here their start off could be bigger. So now, even though he's a giant, right, I wonder that could be for his future. Now I want to think of, we already saw that Luffy inspired a Momo, and now maybe even Bonnie, because we saw what happened to Bonnie. What could it mean for this kid's future, him actually meeting Luffy, and how they both admire Shanks, right, and want to become a pirate, or being motivated to become a pirate by Shanks, even though Shanks was rejecting them. What it could be with this kid's future. Potentially, he could be another Dorian Broggy, or even stronger, you know. But yeah, so I thought I kind of want to see their meeting for that aspect. And next is honestly, I expected more of a reaction from Lilith Vegapunk with this. He just said that they created a rainbow, and they're able to hold the rainbow in these random cubes, right, and then spawn one out, making it tangible that they could even ride it, right? So it's like, that sounds like Vegapunk's technology, right? But Vegapunk just says, oh yeah, it's just mysterious kind of, so to speak. Kind of like, doesn't give much into it. To me, that's incredible because we know what, like I said, rainbows are just a reflection of light, right? But now, we saw that similar with... refraction. Refraction of light, right? Yeah. But we saw that to me, it's like similar to Vegapunk because you had gloves that he made that you're able to grab light itself, right?
The plasma gloves, I think they called it.
Exactly, the plasma gloves. So now that's again your invention, Vegapunk. But they're able to do it in a way. I say more so, but this is a rainbow that's able to hold it and then use it to support a ship, a giant ship at that, and travel across their village. So to me, it's like I expected more from him with this technology because we also see. Earlier, I think it was like last chapter, that they're able to do even more so, store stuff in it. This one's storing rainbows, but they even said to get a painter to store the moose that they
to move it.
Yeah, to move it.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe it was just on a rainbow itself. Maybe just that's what it is, but it could be more than just rainbows that they're holding to move even heavier things. But that's all I really had here. And also one thing I thought was funny that the rainbow is making noise while it's being ridden on because Bonnie goes, it has a cute noise making. So you're hearing the sparkling that's happening. That was funny, and it just reminded me of Mario Kart, Rainbow Road.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah,
I thought
if you ain't think the Rainbow Road, you're wild.
But yeah, that's all I had.
All right, Seb.
All right, did y'all think Shanks looked like Michael Jackson or not?
What do you mean?
Yo, go look at Shanks in that picture, bro. Go look at Shanks. Go look at him. I'm tripping?
Let me see.
Yo, I'm tripping, bro?
Let me check, bro.
I hate you.
Yo.
What are you talking about?
He was looking like MJ, bro.
Bro, I see it. I hate you now.
I do see it.
Oh my god.
You see it. You see it, right?
I thought you were meaning because all these kids.
Nah.
That's crazy.
Wow. They got dark real fast.
Come on, man.
Divine Yee.
Oh man. I don't know. That kind of caught me off guard. I did have the same thought process of the Colin is meant to represent or mirror Luffy when he first met Shanks. I think we said that before in the what do you call it? When we first met him.
Yo, if you remember, throw all the Shanks emojis, bro. Throw all the Shanks emojis.
We got any Michael Jackson emojis? No? Anyway. The drinking for 3 days straight reminded me of my Thanksgiving weekend. It was popping.
You had an Elbaf party?
Yeah, we did, bro. I wonder who Colin's father is. Because she said daddy, right? And, like, it could mean what it could mean.
I got an idea.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering who that could be.
Yo, daddy's son.
I didn't think the Grand Line group would just make it to Elbaf so easily. I don't know why. And I know it's something I kind of commented on earlier when we first saw them approaching the island. But, like, I thought there would be some sort of obstacle for them to have to overcome before they got here.
Wait, who?
You know they have the East Blue 5 or whatever, like the first 5 Straw Hats, and then like the chopper.
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't think they would just make it to Elbaf like that.
Oh.
Like I thought something would happen. Like they would have to deal with some sort of obstacle first. I don't know.
The obstacle is like their defense is like everything's huge, bro.
Yo, but like they,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's a defense itself.
Were you thinking of some like Wano type of stuff?
Yeah,
just something. Like they just they got separated. The Straw Hats, like Luffy and crew, went this way, and they just went. Like we just went down. Like
I think it's because we've been in Wano for so long, bro. You expect that.
But also, remember who they were? They were with the Giants. So
yeah, they're also with the Giants.
They're gonna navigate them right there.
Yeah.
If they were by themselves, I can understand. Because Nami's not.
I can understand going to like a part of the island and then it just takes you like 2 years to get to the other side. Like that's what it's like.
I was about to say they haven't been there for 100 years, but then the 2 years they went back, right?
Yeah.
So like
because their weapons broke.
Also, Lawrence, to your point, has Vegapunk may have been to Elbaf before?
He did word it like
the way it was phrased.
Yeah.
And I was trying to remember when you were saying that. Did Vegapunk actually go and meet Saul on Elbaf? I couldn't remember if he had or hadn't.
Oh, because the library. That is true.
Well, what Shaka said was he had the means to read all of it.
Yeah.
But the books were picked up by the Giants. So I assumed already.
I assumed he's been there.
You're
right.
That makes sense.
I was like, I'm pretty sure Vegapunk's been to Elbaf, but I didn't want to like misspeak.
No, you're right.
The rainbow was fire. I thought that was cool. I thought it looked really, really dope. Like it really speaks to Oda's imagination. Like how we get into places. Like the knockup stream was really dope back in the day. This reminded me of that a little bit. These was just painting rainbows and you could use them to traverse entire like islandscapes. Like that's kind of wild. And it's not just an islandscape. It's Elbaf. Like it's probably the biggest island in the world or whatever. And you're just like, let's go over it. I thought that was cool. I thought 𝙏𝙗𝙪 ship was too small for him.
That's not their main ship.
Yo, it better not be.
not their main
That was like a little cruiser boat.
We saw their main
bro.
ship. We saw their main ship.
Okay.
I thought that too a little bit because I'm thinking the comparison, bro.
Yeah, man, it
that
looked
is
crazy.
No, yeah, there's no way that's the
Nah,
way.
there's no
Yeah.
way.
The pirate ship of the,
Yeah.
the two giants.
Even
that's
that boat is bigger than a battleship.
Yeah,
so
bro. I was like-
it's just like a little cubby.
Yeah.
I did like seeing Bonnie just kind of take it all in, like just seeing all the stuff. Like she's finally living that. Oh, I get to have this adventure on the ocean and see things from like this young age. Like this is kind of dope. Like imagine seeing this. Like you're riding a rainbow at like how old is she? 8 or whatever.
12.
12 years old. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just really cool to me.
This is her first adventure without like the stress of like my dad.
Where Cool at?
That's a good question.
Yeah, bro.
He just chilling.
I've been wondering that the past chapters. I was like, yo, where you be at?
It's
Yo,
like,
he lost him though.
He actually just kicked the bucket.
They dumped him in the sea. No.
I thought he was at the last page of this chapter, but it's not him.
Okay. But yeah, it's just another one of those things where you remember that there's no series that's really like One Piece. Just because of how fantastical it can get sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's it for me.
All right. Lionel?
I don't have that much for this chapter. I mean, for this panel either.
Imagine he was like, I'm done with the chapter and just bounces. I just showed up.
It just got me thinking a couple of things. Like, because we know the island's been around for years, like hundreds of years or thousands, whatever. But that just made me think of like technology wise. But Elbaf doesn't give me off a technology island because it's a warland. They've been fighting for years, so. That's what I'm thinking. If this technology, is it from the ancient kingdom? Or, because 𝙃𝙗𝙪, you said about he created like, 𝙃𝙗𝙪 could have made this technology. They never elaborate on it. But I don't think he did. But it goes into, is this technology back then from the ancient kingdom? Where even 𝙃𝙗𝙪 like marveled at their technology. That's what, like, the only countries that we know who've been around that long and might have interaction with each other, with the ancient kingdom, would be Wano and this island. Like that's made me think of it, and I don't know if you guys, what do you guys think? But I can, or maybe it's gonna be more technology like 𝙃𝙗𝙪, but because 𝙃𝙗𝙪's island full of technology, and they're branching off a little bit. We got a little bit from Wano, like how they're the ones who are able to cut the poneglyphs. 𝙃𝙗𝙪 didn't have that, but it shows like that's technology right there, or it's a tool. Now we're seeing a little bit of Elbaf, so I'm like, that's just like I'm going to see more like. We're going to see more of this island and what they're going to produce and what they're going to show. But I'm going to find it interesting if they start showing more stuff that is going to surprise us here. And that, again, it's going to make me think of, is it technology from that kingdom or is this just Elbaf itself having it? But again, it's throwing me off because they don't give off. Like to them, like if you see this, they'll be like, oh, it's magic and mysterious. But to me, they also seem they're also knowledgeable at the same time. They're not fully ignorant on, oh yeah, but the way they do it, symbolize it. Oh, it's just a tool we use to make rainbows. But just the fact that you're able to do that shows that's crazy. Like that's technology reached that level. But they took it as simplicity. Yeah.
Simplicity?
Yeah. They took it as that. So that's one thing. I wonder how like Najwa and their standing giants are with everything. And the fact is, they're the ones who've been here the longest. They live for hundreds of years. So that's why I'm like kind of curious on the island itself for what we're going to see more. But that's what I thought of mostly. I thought the scene was pretty cool. I keep on thinking since they made it, because I think it doesn't go all the way to the other realm. It doesn't go to the heaven realm. It only stays where the sun realm is at.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I guess because they made it. It's not an actual rainbow they made, because I think it wouldn't go higher. Like, because I'm pretty sure rainbows go pretty high. But granted, I'm also thinking this is Elbaf, how tall it is. So
it depends on the environment. If
Yeah?
if it's naturally made, of course. But this is self-made, Lionel.
Yeah.
This is like directly. I have control over this.
Yeah. But I don't have much here. I just thought it was dope. Like it was pretty cool. Again, you guys said already thought of Mario Kart and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yo, shout out to Colin and his mom, man, making another appearance. We didn't see them since chapter 1076. When Colin did say, "Yo, I wanted to join the crew." Shanks denied him. I'm gonna bring that up later. When Colin yelled out to Dory and Broggy to see if they would like arrive at the bar and just like hang out, and Broggy didn't say anything or yell out, he just did like a little X. For some reason, I was like, "Yeah, that was kind of dope." Like, that was like a dope moment, right? Was it not?
This man missed himself some One Piece, bro.
No. But you didn't feel like that was like well done? Like, he didn't say anything. He was just like a simple gesture. And like, it was like, I don't know, like it showed like some affection in a weird way.
Boy.
It was like, you know what I'm saying? It was like really nice.
You know what it reminds you of? It's like when you in a crowded area with your boy and y'all want to head out, you just look at each other, you just go.
Yeah.
We out.
Yeah, like there's like, you know what you guys are talking about. Yeah. It was just it was a very nice moment. So when his mom was like, yo, pass these to Ripley, this food, or like say what's up to your dad, like I was like, yo, who's his pops? And I thought about it and I was like, is it Goldberg? Could it be Goldberg? Goldberg is
They do that.
giant part.
I feel like
Yeah.
he looks too young to me though.
Listen, man. We don't know how young Giants be, bro.
I know.
He could
Too
be
young.
like 85, bro.
Lana, they're all around the same age. They're all around Hadruden's age.
Yeah, around 80 something.
Yeah.
But that's young to like.
Nah,
Giants
bro.
age. Yeah.
Nah, listen, bro.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just looked like Goldberg might
I'm sorry,
be.
he's Loki's
but-
age.
But whatever. So this brings up an interesting question. Could this painter that the Giants are using to create rainbows be something Shanks uses to travel? Did he use it to go to Marineford after he intercepted Kaido? Because, I mean, I don't think he traveled. I think he could have used normal means to travel, because when I looked at the dates, Shanks clashed with Whitebeard on March 22nd. Shanks showed up to Marineford April 11th. Like, those are the actual dates, apparently.
Bro, what?
So I got this from the Library of O'Hara.
Say it again.
So Shanks clashed with Whitebeard on March 22nd, and then he arrived at Marineford April 11th. So there was like 2 weeks in between that moment and him arriving on Marineford, right? We don't know where he was when he intercepted Kaido. We just know that he intercepted Kaido when Whitebeard was on his way to Marineford, right? So he could have got there by a rainbow if he's truly traveling that way, or he could have just got there by normal means, which is pretty interesting. That's what I want. So he might be using Elbaf technology. Now, the Elbaf technology is pretty interesting because I don't know why I have no evidence towards this. None at all. But there's a weird hunch in my gut that it's not actually technology left from the Ancient Kingdom. It's probably like quartz or stones grown on Elbaf. Giants learned that the refraction of white light through this stone prism creates the many rainbows that occur. And these rainbows can generate like, they can solidify. So the way like a white prism works for like rainbows is like the white light goes through it and the different wavelengths are created through dispersion to create like different colors. So maybe this stone at any point, because it's grown on Elbaf, is able to refract that light and make it solid enough for you to ride on. And it creates like this Bifrost effect from like Thor. You know what I'm saying? Like the Rainbow Bridge or like the Bifrost itself. So it's like, I think that's how it's working. I have no proof of this though. I have no proof at all. But I think that's how it's working because that's how scientists, like in science, like physical science, that's how they use it, like white prism stones to do the rainbow effect. And it looks like Oda took that idea and then used it into his own manga to create something like pretty cool. If I'm wrong on any of that science joint, yo, let me know in the comments below.
They're saying you got a PhD, bro.
But the fact that Vegapunk said that this island is beautiful but also mysterious says a lot.
Yeah.
So there might be some ancient ties. For sure, there has to be, no matter what. But I also think that there's just technologies on this island that are still a mystery to even him. Like, we'll get into it a little bit later with the clouds, but I don't necessarily think these are artificial clouds either on Elbaf. I'm gonna start thinking like they are naturally created because of the Atom Tree, or the environment itself, like through the island and whatever is going on there. Like there has to be something that's naturally making these things occur.
I was going to add to that because I went back to Little Garden again, whatever. Because you'll find out. We'll find out later. Why? Is that because they videos talking about like Little Garden and they mention how each, and we already noticed. I guess the first time you hear it mostly is that each island has its own climate, right? And how like supposedly because there's dinosaurs there is that they anyway it's like stuck in the past, Little Garden. That's why they had the dinosaurs because usually they would go out extinct, right? But the fact that the islands are so far from each other and that they have their own climate made me think of what you said. The clouds, right? Remember, everything is giant size and more denser or thicker, or there's more like even the food is more nutritious because of its giants. So what if like clouds wise is that what a cloud is, right? What is make up? It's so much of it that it's like tangible now. Like, yeah.
It could be that too.
It's just thicker.
Yeah,
So,
like everything just has more in it.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea too.
I thought of something also, but I mean, it's like it's nothing. Sorry, it's nothing. I really thought also like the whole aspect of like the whole Nika thing. Nika possibly being with like that ancient kingdom or with giants, because they talk about Jorah being part of the ancient kingdom, but not Nika. But Nika's more familiar with giants, with his origin. And I also thought of like going by its ability itself and like the imagination aspect of it, what Vegapunk was saying with how fruits and everything was made. And now if Nika was the actual person, I also thought of what if Nika just created the painter thing or other stuff with his imagination.
I don't like that.
That's what I thought of.
Like that.
And that's what I'm like, I don't know if I mess with it either.
Yeah, I don't like
that's
that.
That's what I thought of it.
I don't want like this one person to just be like an actual god. In the universe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want him to be somebody that's obviously idolized, but he's not capable of everything. And Lawrence would disagree because Lawrence would want to be that guy in the manga. You know what I'm saying? He'd want to be the all creator, all, I could do anything I want type guy. Nobody could challenge me. But I just don't like that aspect because then it's like, who's the opposite of that person? Because then they should hold as much relevance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be somebody in opposition. There's a yin and yang effect. And that the story of One Piece has always been the moon and the sun at this point, right? So I'm gonna get into that too. But I got a lot to say.
You sound you got a lot for the show. Bro.
I got some interesting stuff to say. I got some ideas. That's probably why I was a little late today.
Can't wait.
Just writing.
But yeah, let's get into some super chats, guys. If you haven't liked the video yet, please like the video. Yeah, let's do this, and then we'll stop at 7:05.
All right. We got 5 from Poda. It says, let's go another Monday with the fam. # we way out here. Thank you. Another 5 from Joshua Johnson. It says, at work, but I had to make sure Larry knows I'm not a broke. I'm from Apple Podcast, and I've wanted to catch a stream since like episode 50. Hey, we got the Apple.
Thank you so
gang
much,
here,
man. Episode 50 is crazy.
That was Joshua's first super chat. So
appreciate you, Josh.
We got 5 BGN from Hassan. It says, what devil fruit would suit your parents the best? P.S. Busted open Lionel. # Lionel. The thumbnail. # Law has fire takes. # Larry has ... takes.
Thank you.
Dad would have the belt, no me.
I thought of that.
He used to whoop.
It's all right, bro.
It was a different era.
Yeah.
It was a different era, but he was lethal with that thing. Mom, I don't know.
She have the sherry, devil fruit.
The Mon Sherry.
The Mon Sherry.
The one, the crying one thing.
Yeah, and then it would heal everybody.
Yeah.
It has to be some type of caring fruit.
The patience fruit, bro. I don't know how she was so patient and is still as patient as she is to this day, bro. It's crazy. We got another 280.
She'd low-key have, like, Conqueror's Haki on the low, bro.
I feel like giving birth that many times, like, you gotta unlock it, right?
Yes. So what said Big Mom didn't have it until she had 85 kids?
Hey, man.
Nah, but she still be, like, working, bro. Like,
bro.
she's
different, bro.
Trooper, too. I'd never deny her hockey presence, bro. My dad would. I don't think he would have like a devil fruit. If nah, he probably wouldn't have a devil fruit.
It's crazy. I didn't even remotely think of your parents when they said that.
Yeah.
I feel like
I'm wondering like what. My mom would have like I don't know what my mom would have, bro. Y'all would tell me better than I know.
Their mom was terrifying, bro.
I
I used to be more scared of Larry's mom than my parents, bro.
I don't
Legit
know.
More than
terrified. Yes.
I could have said more than Ma. More than Dad?
I think at that time she was just so like unpredictable.
Bro,
Yeah.
she would just barge in that house. Bro.
Seriously.
And, like, you can't say nothing because it's her house.
Yeah.
And you would
Yeah.
guess, but it would just be like everything stopped. Like when Dad came home, like we would still do our thing, like it was chill, whatever, like just be quieter. When Larry and Mom used to come home, you had to like it was over, bro. Whatever you was doing was done. And you probably leaving.
You just had to hope that I wouldn't mess with her.
Yeah,
on purpose.
yeah, bro. She was terrifying, bro.
Yeah, she was pretty unpredictable. I don't know if she, I don't think she would have a double food either. That's the crazy part.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, bro.
All right, we got another 280 Canadian from 𝙏𝙝𝙪𝙢𝙗𝙣. It says, white guy fan in the house. Thank you for representing your community, bro.
Great to have you, man.
Thank you, bro.
Another 3 Australian from Max Brown. It says, what's your favorite anime arc and then manga arc? In One Piece or in general?
Oh, man.
That's
Anime,
tough.
so-
That's tough.
In anime?
I think it's in general.
That's really tough. I don't know. There's so much.
That is,
I want to say a random one, so I'm just going to say a random one. Gantz and the Buddha arc.
It's a good one.
I don't know if it's called the Buddha arc, but they versed those two Buddhas.
Yeah.
And I had absolutely no idea if any of them were going to survive. And it was by far one of the greatest tensed arcs I've experienced.
Yeah, for manga, I'll have to go Marineford just because of my reading experience of it.
Mm.
Nothing has ever topped that.
yeah.
It just hasn't. For anime, that's a loaded question, man.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's not even an arc, but it's basically just the first 25 episodes of Death Note. I would say is the best anime watching experience I've ever had.
Yeah,
I would say
it's
that.
pretty good.
It's not an arc though. It's like a whole series essentially.
I can't think of any either. I just say one quick for anime because this is the one top of my head. I'll say Dark Tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Anime.
Yeah, I was
And I
thinking
agree
that,
with
yeah.
Sebastian with the manga. It's between Empo Down and Marineford. Like that whole thing.
Honorable mention to that. It's that brief little arc in Gameran where they're getting jumped by the what were they called? I forgot what they were called. Jinsuke's Imperial
what are they
Empire
called?
people. I forgot what they're called.
the
Like, all
Leaders
the
Corps?
advisors and the Leaders Corps. That little section.
I thought that too.
That little section, bro.
Yeah, I
was,
thought of Gamon too, bro, because Gamon is one of them like hitters, bro.
yeah. All right. Do you have one, Lawrence?
No, I agree with you in line. I said.
Okay. And coalition for my kingdom people. Y'all already know. If you read Coalition, you already know it's top 5 anime arcs, manga arcs ever, bro. I don't care. I mean
now
it.
you got me thinking of too. Crows and worse when they
There's a couple, but
when they walk to the other city. Remember with Balia, Ryushi, and Bito to help up the other group.
yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
the snakeheads. The,
that.
Parkour and Dangerous arc.
Yeah.
You said Renderman?
No, he said
Bito
Balia
and
reads.
Ryu.
Oh,
Ryushi.
okay. I was about to say, Renderman was not there.
Hey, man. All right, another 5 from Bazillion Volleyballs. It says, what's your craziest plot twist that you had rethinking life itself? Hashtag like the stream, hashtag Larry chill. In One Piece?
Rethinking life itself is crazy.
Yeah.
I did not anticipate Ace dying. I'll tell you that right now. I fully thought he was living. So I guess.
Craziest plot twist?
Plot twist? I also didn't realize that Luffy and Ace weren't actually brothers. Like when he told me it was Roger. I was like, wait, what? I was so shocked at that.
I'd say the Gomu Gomu being a Hito. Like, that's the craziest plot twist in the show so far.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Because that's like a important plot.
What? You're talking about anime, right? Or just
Yeah.
Our answers were only One Piece, but I guess you could say any anime.
because I'm thinking I'm trying to remember what animes had like crazy plot twists.
There's a few, bro.
Yeah.
There's a
To
few,
me,
bro.
it's not really not a plot twist. But to me, would you call it a plot twist when I found out that all the mink knew where Raizo was.
Oh, Raizo don't know.
Yeah, I saw
that was
that.
That's a plot twist. That shook me. I was just like, I couldn't understand.
That shook me.
Yeah, I was like, what? Because the way it was about it, they're so adamant. We do not know who it was. It made Jack seem like the cruelest person in it, like, you know, in One Piece, right? And I thought of, if he's like this, Kaido's gotta be way worse. You know? Because like they're like not budging at all. Like you said, well, you could go search the island and look for him. No. Like I was like, yo, just search the island. Like, you know? And he's like, yeah, he's safe. I was like, whoa. That caught me.
Yo,
so,
the Jack hype was so dope.
Yo, it really
did not live up
they
to
called
that.
they called him Kaido's right hand man.
I was so hyped for Jack, bro.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready for the next
Yeah.
part of chat?
Yeah.
All right. Next, we head to the rope bridge connecting the underworld and the sun world. We see the giants Goldberg and Gerd crossing it with the Thousand Sunny in hand. Luffy shoots out from the underworld and wants to know what they're doing with his ship. They're ecstatic to see him. Gerd catches him and thinks he's so cute. She lets Luffy know she loves humans and she isn't like that weirdo Roto. She doesn't want to harm them. She just wants to become friends. She then lets Luffy know he was brought here against his will by Roto and he's weird again. Luffy thinks of the bonehead guy. Goldberg wonders if Luffy came from the underworld. Luffy thinks back to when Loki told him not to tell anyone about meeting him, so Luffy starts sweating because he doesn't know what to say, but then the giants tell him it's okay. Don't worry about it. We then go to the second level of Elbaf, the sun world, and Roto is chasing the primary Straw Hats. Sanji and Zoro set up a trap for him, and Roto falls for it. Usopp thinks Sanji and Zoro overdid it. Sanji wants to leave to see the land of the giants. Roto is pissed, but then Goldberg and Gerd, with Luffy, notice everyone. They both clock Roto in the back of the head with anger while calling him a freak. Sanji is in love with Gerd. Luffy calls out to them. Gerd introduces herself and Goldberg to the primary Straw Hats and tells them they are 𝙀𝙀's friends. They're also sorry for that terrible experience with Roto. They'll be escorting them. They'll be escorted by them from now. Luffy tells Usopp they should hurry to the Elbaf village. Usopp is so excited. Gerd yells out to Luffy and Usopp to go through the woods and they'll reach clouds. Zoro, Nami, and Sanji sit on Gerd's chest and they follow after them. So, what did you guys think about this part of the chapter, Lionel?
I'm actually trying to figure out if Luffy's actually taking that deal with Loki. Because to me, it doesn't make sense to do it. Like, because I'm not saying it's out of character of Luffy, but like, Luffy's not gonna, like, I don't know, Luffy, you know, doesn't want to, like, cause problems with, I guess, the island to a degree. Because, like, you know, Luffy doesn't lie, so whatever. He didn't know what to say, but I'm thinking, like, is he contemplating Loki's ordeal or actually getting him free? Like, that's the main thing I'm thinking of. And then also, like, you had a little hostility because he mouth Shanks, and you tried to punch him, and he dodged it, and he said, yo, once when I get out, I'm going to take you out. So just, like, I'm just thinking of, like, their relationship right now. What would cause Luffy to free him, and why would Luffy care to free him? That's the main thing that's bothering me. I mean, I understand Luffy, like, you know, not saying anything, but mostly because the way Loki was saying to Luffy is, like, they have an agreement, which Luffy never said he is going to do it or not. He just thinking Luffy was going to do it, but we never saw, like, this moment right here. We didn't see it, so we don't know what Luffy's saying or thinking right now. So I just find that very just curious and odd, you know. So I don't think maybe he might get free by Luffy by accident. I have no idea. Unless Luffy hears the whole thing and decide. I just find it kind of fascinating. The whole thing with weirdo guy, giant person is kind of funny. I thought, like, it was just dumb. Like, look, you're chasing after them, and now you're saying, like, they want to come back to you. Like, bro, no, bro, you're weird. Like, he actually also made me of a fan at one point. Like, it gave off fan vibe instead of just being obsession of them. I don't know. Like, it's weird. The fact that he was doing this made me think that he's like a big giant fan. Like, I'm watching Leonard's level, but different at the same time. But I just found it kind of weird. I thought everything else was kind of dope. I didn't really have much here besides that. Mostly just again just questioning Luffy with Loki. But yeah.
All right. Law?
At first, to me, I was like, wait, hold on. We got to go back because
Hold up.
Luffy out of nowhere is not with Loki anymore. I was like, how did he get here? Like, you know? But then, obviously, we got the explanation a little bit, tiny bit later on. But to me, that kind of annoyed me at first when I first saw it.
You can see him.
No,
At
I
the
saw him
start,
jump there. Yeah, I know he flew there.
Yeah.
But to me, it was like it left the situation with Loki unsettled.
Like
He was
unresolved.
Exactly. He was
Yeah.
there that I know he's here.
It wasn't a
at
clean
first.
break.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened there, or whatever. And then we see like, all right, Otis keeping it secrets on wrap. And then also too, rather random. Who's this owl? Was this owl like her pet? I don't remember this owl being there before.
It's been there before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, yeah. Them mentioning, so like I will mention about the whole I guess promise or deal that Luffy made with Loki. So I obviously do not believe that it's the one to take out any rival. I think that now it changed, that Loki adjusted it when he found out that Luffy asked that question about Shanks. He goes, "You want something? I want something." Right? You want to know why Shanks was here, right? What was he here for? And then, is it to free me? Because I'm thinking, why wouldn't he just free him then, right? Or maybe he scheduled, no, free me at this time. Maybe something later on, because why not get free now, right? So I believe he did tell him, or either hope. I think it changed from the rival thing to like, all right, obviously he wants to know why Shanks is here. So is that, I think, what Loki promised Luffy instead, right? The promise to get the ordeal on his side. And the same part is being freed, but it could be something else. Right? Or at time-wise, I'm thinking, why wouldn't you be freed now? Because he's obviously not free now, you know? And it made me laugh, the same old Luffy, turbo at lying, right? Shout out to him, it's like he's never going to grow out of that, because his face, when how he looks like that, made me laugh. That reminded me of, because we haven't seen Luffy, in a situation where he had to lie, because Luffy's always just kind of just tells the truth. He never feels the need to lie, right? But when he's in a situation, made me laugh. And honestly, how they set up Roto, because this was apparently a trap. I guess they saw that he was following them because they knew he was coming, and they set up this trap to spring this giant tree to smack him dead in his face, right? To me, you said head. I did not think it was that they hit him in the head at first. I thought it was more like sounds weird, like they hit him in the butt, like a spanking or something. You know, I know it sounds weird as head, but to me, that's how I read it when I first saw it. It was like they just ripped his butt a new one, you know, because also his position is his butt's in the air and his head is smacked into the tree. So it could have been the back of the head, but I thought it was his butt, and I was like, that's kind of weird, you know. Mm-hmm. But anyway, it made me laugh though. But anyway, you left off here.
I mean, sorry, I always thought it was the back head because. I mean, I don't think it officially came out, but teeth came out.
It could be the head. In my head, I thought, but it's probably the head. Makes more sense.
You know how hard you got to hit somebody? Anybody that have teeth fall out of their mouth?
Yeah, but he probably missed teeth after he ran into the tree.
Oh, that's true.
He ran into a face first.
Yeah. And, so, the next part I want to talk about is, I didn't take the time to look up the word for. I'm talking about the 3 worlds that they call it, right?
Yeah, we didn't get to that part yet of 3 worlds.
Oh, you stopped right above it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then, yep, that's it. I have.
All right, Seb.
All right. If Larry theory correct and Goldberg is Colin's father, y'all think he be cheating with Gerd? Because,
with you, bro.
any man would be tempted, bro.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
I'm lying,
Listen, you ain't lying, bro.
Yo, girl was looking right.
That is a fine woman, man.
She was looking right all chat, bro.
You seen Ankle Bone?
I seen a lot.
Yo, bro.
Did you guys see that? Man. Did you guys see that meme? Where it compared, Lola to Gerd? It was like, what was Loki thinking? What's going on here?
Straight up, bro. I don't know how Loki wasn't going after Gerd, man.
Hey,
baddie,
man.
bro.
Fire. But I had the similar thoughts to y'all about Luffy. I thought his reaction was funny. Him even just flinging up there was funny. He noticed the sun, he zoomed himself up there. It was kind of dope. That pale face, that him sweating, I thought that was hilarious. But this is why Luffy not having an inner monologue works, because we don't know what he's thinking, but we know, right? But it works better this way because he's not scrambling in his mind to think of a lie. He's just because he can't make out the words to say because he can't lie. Not lie. Yeah. So I don't know. I like that. They said in the chat that Roto got a weird case. Why is he around? I thought that was funny as hell. I was cracking up at that. I don't know who said it, but shout out to y'all. Them rocking him like that was funny. I was trying to figure out how the trap worked, so I guess like Sanji held the tree down with his foot and then Zoro cut it and it slung. Is that what I saw? Or am I misunderstanding that? I don't know. But I thought that was cool. In general, like, you know, I didn't have much for this part of the chapter. It's really the next piece that I might have a little bit for. Mm-hmm. So I'll pass it to you, Larry.
All right. I'm so jealous of Luffy. All the large women in the show put him in their palms and fangirl over him. Mm-hmm. Someone bring up the Yu-Gi-Oh meme. It should have been me. Should have been me. So I was gonna agree with Lawrence at first glance when he mentioned that Shanks' part about Luffy and Loki's conversation and how like Luffy wanted to know. But at the same time, when you go back to their first, the first mention of the deal, it's basically like Luffy's interested in the deal. Like it's for the first time we were like, yo, is he taking this deal? Yeah. So the deal was basically like, Luffy's not supposed to tell anyone about meeting him or their promise, right? But I think Luffy set him free and told him what pirate crew he wanted Loki to take out.
You think he's already free?
I think Loki might be free.
He can't be. He doesn't have the key yet. Or I guess he could use Haki or whatever.
I was going to say, does Luffy need a key in order to break?
The Sea Stone.
Dude, we just saw it on Wano, no?
Yeah, we saw Sea Stone cuffs get broken through Haki, through Rio.
That's
yeah,
true.
but I feel like Oda established the stakes of find the key.
We never,
you know what I mean?
They never clarified that was Sea Stone, though.
It was Sea Stone explosive cuffs, weren't they?
No.
So what cuffs were they wearing where they were like draining their
There's a difference between the cuffs and the collar.
Yeah.
They took the cuffs off and put the collar on. The collar had an exploding. It was an exploding.
So did they have the cuffs on?
No, the cuffs were Sea Stone, so Luffy couldn't use his ability in Haki. Then they took it off and put the exploding cuffs. Then Luffy was able to use Haki and his ability then.
But he had an exploding collar on.
Yeah.
So who removed the cuffs?
No, Yamato, you talking about?
No, who removed the cuffs on?
Queen did.
Yeah.
He straight up took them off Luffy to put the collar on him.
I think he put the collar on first, then did it.
Got you.
So there are two different
Why do
things.
I keep thinking that the cuffs were taken off by Rio?
No.
Because there is a section of the that part that Luffy uses Rio to take off the collar. You know what I'm saying? Like like something gets taken off using the collar.
He does do Rio on Yamato, which she had handcuffs on, but they never clarified if they were Sea Stone.
Nah, but they were explosive.
Yeah.
All right, so Loki's probably not free. Loki's probably not free then, right? Like he's probably not free. But I do wonder if like Luffy did take the deal. Like instead of like saying like, "Hey, I can't free you, but I'll go get the key to free you." It's like it's not really a part of Luffy's character to be like, "Yo, go take somebody out for me."
Yeah.
That's just not what he does. Mm-hmm. But it's also like does he really want to know what Shanks up to, bro?
Yes, and this is what happens when you a fanboy, bruh.
Okay, stop.
Nah, bro. Luffy having real fanboy activity when it comes to Shanks, and y'all need to acknowledge that.
How is wanting to know what your friend or...
He about to take this deal with this random stranger who's locked up to a giant tree for eternity because the dude said Shanks' name a couple times.
No, but I think it was
like,
mostly...
come on, bro.
No, isn't mostly why was Shanks down here talking to you? Like, that's the main thing.
Y'all can deflect however y'all want.
Like, yo.
This is fanboy activity.
I get you.
Not, Sebastian, what is part of Luffy's goal? Is it not to take on Shanks?
Yo, question. When Big Mom was handcuffed on Wano, she asked to take those handcuffs off, right? Yeah. Like, she couldn't just break them off.
She demanded them to be taken off.
Yeah. Okay, and they were most likely Sea Stone
They were Sea Stone, yeah.
Because they not wilding out and let her not have Sea Stone. All right, so maybe y'all right. All right. So I have one other idea. It's pretty wild that everyone's thoughts are on Usopp in this arc because of his lack of development during the post-time skip. But I'd like to change the focus to Frankie. He's in Elbaf with the Atom Tree in his view. Franky's dream was to build a ship made from the Atom Tree to sail around the world, which he did with the 𝙀𝐻𝑒𝑚 Sunny. But let's remember, Franky is also the only one who may have memorized the ancient weapon Pluton's blueprints. So, I have a weird theory. What if 𝙁𝙁 tells Blackbeard that the ancient weapon Pluton is on Wano, and Blackbeard goes to Wano to retrieve it? At one point, he wanted to trade Bonnie into the world government to replace his raft with a marine battleship. There's always a better ship. But this would directly give him the power he's been seeking, one that could rival the entire world. But do you guys remember what Franky said to the CP9 when they discovered he had Pluton's blueprints? He told them if the ancient weapon ever got into the hands of an idiot, someone who would go berserk with power, another weapon will be needed to stop them. It's what the ancient shipwrights planned because of that weapon. So, if Luffy and Blackbeard are supposed to be parallel to each other's ascension to power within the world, and Blackbeard obtains Pluton in Wano, that means Franky will build another Pluton to combat Blackbeard's. The Atom Tree is here. We may get that during this arc. It would work, right? Because Blackbeard will steal Pluton, while Luffy has to build it from scratch. Thus concluded Franky's entire journey, his arc. Which I think.
I like it. I think Moore dropped a video was saying that.
Did he?
Yeah. I don't know when.
Interesting.
But, yeah.
They always have them kind of building a ship or something. We see it all the time. Them repairing the ship, or even on Wano, they're building a bunch of ships. So I thought actually you're going to say that each of them were going to get their own ancient weapon.
I think the differences was, I think he had said that he would turn the Sunny into a Pluton versus creating a new Pluton.
No, I don't think that would ever happen.
No, he's not going to change the Sunny.
Yeah, you're not going to change that.
What I meant by each of their ancient weapon is that we already know that 𝙁𝐸 pretty much kind of has one, right? And that Blackbeard, if he gets Pluton, he has one. And then that's where Shurihoshi, Luffy has one in her. So each, them have their own ancient weapon. That's what I meant.
Just get all the ancient weapons in one place at one time and everybody push their button and see what happens.
But it was weird though because it was spoken like only Pluton could take out Pluton, which is weird. Because I always thought that the ancient weapons would take each other out. It was like that Pokemon effect, right? If you pick Charmander, then you got to fight Squirtle, which is his weakness. But then there's Charmander could be Bulbasaur, and Bulbasaur could be Squirtle, and Squirtle could be Charmander. I thought it was like that effect to a degree. But if they're saying Pluton can only take out Pluton, that's the only way capable of taking it out, then that changes the game to me. Yeah. It's this is going to need to be built. I don't think it affects the Sunny. I think the Sunny is just always going to be the Sunny. You're not going to change the 𝙀𝐻𝑒𝑚 Sunny. You can add to the 𝙀𝐻𝑒𝑚 Sunny, right? You can make a Gundam out of it if you want, but the Sunny is still going to be just the Sunny. Where I think this is going to be something that technically will be on Elbaf's territory. But I have another theory for that at the end. So
I do think it works just where we are because, like you said, Blackbeard's in line to possibly get Pluton, and now Franky is arriving at the island where the only place you could go to make enhancements to the Sunny, the Atom Wood, is here, readily available for you to make changes.
And you got Vegapunk.
Build, and Vegapunk's with you. So, and Franky's obviously going to remember the blueprints, right? So
no, he said he has it all in here.
Yeah. So it's if you're ever going to do it, now's the time.
You think he added any small pieces of it to the Sunny?
Yeah, I feel like he's already got little baby.
Yeah, for sure.
Little baby Pluton.
Sure. That Cody burst. Come on, man. No, I'm kidding.
For sure.
But what it looks like fully built, I don't know. That's on Oda to wow us, I guess.
When you were saying that with the Franky building another ancient weapon, it got me thinking. I don't know if it's going to lab into what you're going to say, but I thought of. Because we don't know how big the ancient weapon is, period. We don't know, how big the ship is. But maybe I'm thinking, all right, you're on a giant's island right now. Do you think the ancient weapon that Franky's going to build is going to be, bigger or as big as a giant ship?
Unless he's building it for the giant specifically, no.
Okay.
I think it would be built for regular-sized people. Because if it is built to the Elbaf, size of things, it would be stronger than the Pluton that's currently happening. And granted, you have to build it stronger than the previous Pluton because it needs to combat it. But that sounds crazy to me because it's like, okay, how do you... Like, when Iceberg and Frankie first saw the blueprints, they already thought that humans couldn't have built this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it really depends on, like, what Pluton is going to mean overall, like, design-wise. So maybe it could be Elbaf tech, or it could be, like, other tech. I think there's just so much that is left to be said for us to gather, like, an idea. Like, there's still some things that we just don't know. Like, it's just, we can't put it together.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, let's do some super chats. We can't spend much time on them. And then let's get into the end of the story. So we'll do until 7:34.
All right. We did get an upgraded Yonko membership subscription from Sogagod. So thank you. That is our highest tier membership. Enjoy all the new perks. We got another 2 from Colin Watkins. It says, will Loki become an ally or foe? It's hard to gauge right now.
I got a theory for that later on.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a dope theory.
Colin, wait for Larry's theory. Another 5 from Roberto Figueredo. It says, hey, Larry, what is your favorite fairy tale opening song? My song is I Wish, the one where Natsu and the gang are going against Hades.
I'm going to keep it a buck, bro. I don't watch any openings for any animes.
That's wild.
I'm so serious. I hit that skip button, and if it ain't there, I skip to whatever part it looks like it ended.
Mukanjio from Vinland Saga is peak. Another 3 from Max Brown. It says, what's an underrated Devil Fruit that could be OP?
Buggy's Devil Fruit.
OP, though?
If you can't hit him, you can't slice him.
I feel like Caesar's could have been.
Caesar's too.
Caesar's could have been. He just weak, but it could have been crazy.
Mm-hmm.
There any other? No?
I feel like it's going to sound weird. What's his name's? On Doflamingo's crew, that's the punctured guy.
Gladius?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called. It's like, is it punctured?
So,
like
actually,
things would pop, right?
Yeah, because he's able to, like, when you're getting the inside of it, we're talking about Haki, advanced version of Haki is penetrating the inside. He's able to do that, but imagine that awakening that, you know? And then it could be OP.
I thought of somebody, kind of, but I don't think he's canon, though. Remember the Worlds movie? Or that thing? Where it's
Grundy World? That dude?
No, is that his name?
I have no idea what you're talking about, bro.
It takes place, like, during the 2-year...
The one that kidnaps Bo Hancock?
Huh?
The one that kidnaps Bo Hancock? That one?
No, he doesn't kidnap Bo Hancock. I think his sisters or something. Maybe it was Bo Hancock. I'll show you a picture.
I don't remember what his Devil Fruit was, let me be honest with you.
You mean the one that makes everything bigger?
Yeah, like more and more. Like he can make things bigger or he can make himself stronger or something like that.
Yeah.
I looked into it.
I don't remember.
It was alright.
We got another Nakama subscription from JC Blast, so welcome to the ship. Another 2 from Kirby. It says Shiki versus Blackbeard. Could he evade Blackbeard with his Devil Fruits? Sure.
Yeah.
I got Blackbeard though. You know.
I got Blackbeard, yeah.
Blackbeard versus Shiki?
The Prime Shiki though.
I got Blackbeard.
Wait, what if he gets Blackbeard in that water thing? He got Luffy
Hey man.
pre-time skip, and
Hey,
actually
hey,
doesn't
man.
release it.
We got another 5 gifted memberships from Roy Stokes. So those of you that are receiving these memberships, throw the Nakama fist up or whatever emojis you feel like because you have access now. Another 2 from Roy Stokes. It says, y'all the goats, much love from Florida. I didn't know
thank
Roy
you,
was from
man.
Florida. That's what's up, man.
Thank you, Roy.
Hashtag like the stream. Yes, hit that like button. We got another 5 from JC Blast. It says, hey, this is my first time super chatting. And as a new member, could Kaido's attack Thunder Bagua kill the Straw Hats the first time when he one-shot Luffy? So basically, if everybody else got hit with a Thunder Bagua, who would survive?
Well, Luffy obviously.
Luffy survived. I
Zoro
want to say Zoro would survive.
I think Sanji and Jinbei would survive too.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's
probably it.
The last I'll go, I'm trying to think if Frankie survives it. The rest, no. Frankie.
Yeah, low key, yeah.
Frankie might.
Sanji surviving.
I think Sanji
Yeah,
survives.
No German jeans.
Yeah.
I saw Sanji get blasted in the face with German jeans and he didn't get back up, bro.
But he,
What?
When?
Like-
When?
He got blasted in the face by Garcia with his eye beam.
Well, we're talking about living. Getting KO'd is.
yeah.
I don't think anybody's saying anybody getting up, right?
Yeah, but that I'm counting he had the German genes activated during then.
Oh, Sanji's living from Thunder Bagua, bro, for sure.
From before the German genes kick in?
No, you're talking about with them.
They were just saying that.
Oh, okay.
He said during that time.
No, he's saying when he first, like when Kaido first one-shot Luffy, he didn't have the German genes then.
That's
why I was saying I don't know if he would survive.
I just said that.
But
he
no,
doesn't have
you
the
were
German
saying
genes at that
with-
point.
No, he's comparing. He's saying that
okay.
with
Yeah.
the German
Okay.
genes, he got knocked off that. All right, from that, she's saying that Sanji might
And
have
that's a
survived.
way less powerful attack. All right, next one.
Another 5 from Kirby. It says, "Shout out to Silky. I was curious, who's a One Piece character you'd bring to court? Hashtag lock judge up. Hashtag BVC Nation. Hashtag top crew on top."
Caesar, bro.
Caesar to court for what? What's the trial?
He was murdering children.
I don't know if any of them kids actually died.
So we're trying to get them locked up. That's the thing.
The court is a lot of things. You could take people to court for crimes against humanity. Take people to court for like stealing possessions.
I was thinking they're on your side and they're helping you like try to win or whatever.
No.
You like a lawyer?
I don't know.
Nah, you're potentially their lawyer.
Yeah.
Oh, we're their lawyer?
Yeah.
What? There's definitely not Caesar. You gonna lose that one.
It's all you, bro.
No, I'm getting him locked up.
Oh, okay. You're going against Caesar. Oh, okay.
I feel like Caesar
I
and
don't
Judge are good ones. I feel like there's
Crocodile.
not much.
Literally insurrection.
Yeah.
I'd defend Crocodile, man.
Conspiracy to assassinate world kingdom leader.
What's the word for that? There's a word for that. There's a crime. Somebody say it in the chat.
Warlord.
I mean, he has diplomatic immunity, technically. Anyway, we got another 2.
What?
From Ultramix, it says, "I bet Diddy's favorite character is Sanji." A lot of people's favorite character is Sanji, man.
He said Diddy?
Yeah. Another 10 from Anthony Herrera. It says, "I see we got new fans, LOL, but Seb, bring back Jinbei Seb. Such a legendary episode. Hashtag Larry for Black David. Hashtag Seb for Jinbei. Hashtag Lawrence for Papa Gu. Hashtag Lino for Odin. Hashtag you look good.
You look good.
You look good." I mean, it's a hilarious.
You remember the
conversation.
attack that he did?
Oh,
Do you remember what it's called again?
Semi Watasekin?
You should have just did it, bro.
Semi Watasekin!
That was pretty good. Man.
I practiced that day. We got another 10 from Isaiah Mayo. It says, "What anime character could you throw the ones with? Respectfully, I'm getting into it with Cool Bar from Yu Yu Hakusho. Then I'm running it with Yusuke just because they use hands only. Hashtag I have a sword." Okay. Hashtag Larry Tax.
Bodying you, bro.
I think I'm gonna say his name right. I'm whooping Takamichi's ass, bro.
Who's
From
Takamichi?
Tokyo Revengers. Bodying that dude.
You're doing it out of hate.
Bodying, yes, and I'm being inspired to
Do it
pack
out of
him up.
challenge, bro.
Packing him up. Packing that dude up. He trash. Disgrace to delinquent manga everywhere, bro. The worst. And I'll argue with you any day of the week, Preston, if you want, bro. He's trash. Whole series is trash.
I'm like, who do I not like?
I'd want to fight Miyata.
Okay. You getting chipped, bro.
I am. I'm gonna get chipped.
Lawrence,
Miyata nice, bro.
I should know yours, bro.
I already had one in mind, but I don't know if I want to waste it on him though.
Who?
I was thinking of Machi.
I thought of Amashi.
Amachi chipping you, bro. That would be the greatest moment ever, bro. Yo, Lawrence losing to Amachi would be peak Sebastian brother moment, bro.
I would not lose
You
to
don't,
him,
Lana, you don't understand how much I talk, bro. Oh my God, bro. Lawrence, you wouldn't be allowed to lose, bro.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't be able to show your face on this podcast
wouldn't.
again.
Dude, I wouldn't lose, bro.
If I'm going fantastical, like even like the epitome of like what I think I can handle, like right now, Asura from Asura's Wrath.
The video game?
Yeah, I'd want to fight him.
Yeah, what?
Straight up, bro. I'd want to fight him.
Why? Just for the challenge, I guess?
Yeah, for the challenge.
Okay.
And like if I had the means to fight him, yeah, bro, I would go toe to toe with him.
Lana, who did you say?
Who?
Who did you say?
I didn't say anybody.
Oh, okay.
I have one. I don't know his name though.
Who?
That guy from Tenjo Tenge.
Which guy?
You know the guy who messed up that girl?
Oh, the fire guy.
Yeah.
The fire guy.
I'm jacking him up, bro.
Oh my
I'm
god.
destroying him, bro. You know what
I
I'm
don't
talking
remember
about?
his name.
I don't remember
bro.
his name either, but him, that dude.
My bad. I'm putting the hold up.
All right, this is the last one. But anyway, let's get to the final question. You guys ready? In the final part of the chapter, we head to the giant pirates' ship, the Great Eric and 𝙏𝙪𝙀. They're still sailing on top of the rainbow. The giants inform everyone that once they pass these clouds, they'll see the sun world. Bragi notifies the Straw Hats on their ship that Elbaf has 3 levels. Starting from the top, it's the astral world, sun world, and the underworld. Dory updates them that they live in the sun world where the sun's rays reach. There are many villages there. It's too big to see it all simultaneously, but their village is right there. Robin is in awe. We then get this wide shot of Elbaf, and it's absolutely beautiful. We even get flashbacks of Luffy and Usopp thinking back to when they swore they'd make it here someday. Luffy stands amazed. Usopp cries from happiness. The narration scroll says, "To be in the presence of the Gargantuan is to know emotion. Who can put this sight into words that convey its grandeur?" The separate Straw Hat groups both witness concurrently Elbaf. Their expressions vary, but they're overwhelmingly positive. 𝙏𝙪𝙀 calls out to Luffy. Frankie tells them they've been looking for them. Luffy wants to know if they just got here. He's glad they found them. Luffy, Usopp, and Chopper, their faces are in absolute shock to see that they are riding on top of a rainbow. They want to go onto the ship now. Then we get more narration scrolls. This is Elbaf Island, the kingdom of Warland, but most simplify the matter by just using the name Elbaf for the land of the giants. Plants, trees, insects, fish, birds, and animals. Everything is breathtakingly huge. Adventurers, do not regret your lost time here. However, if there is one message you take away from my account of the gigantic and mystical land of Elbaf, let it be this word of warning. Do not overstay your welcome here. Written by Louis Arnote, the Explorer. Tell me, guys, what did you think about the ending of this chapter? And we'll start with Law.
Okay. So, I actually didn't have much for this chapter at all, but I will say the few things I did. One thing I want to mention, the 3 levels, right? I thought it was very interesting to get, the underworld, the sun, and astro, whatever how you say it. Astral, right? One, I like, for some reason, I kind of feel that each village, right? Because it's like giants compared to like normal humans. Each village is probably gonna be like a country to a normal sized person, right? The reason and I'm choosing that because so now I know people always talk about like supposed to be like 9 realms of in like
Norse mythology,
right? So I don't think we're since we said 3 worlds here. I think most of those realms, if Oda's gonna add them, I think they're gonna be in the top level.
So there'll be 3 in each to equal 9.
Nah, he's saying that most of them are going to be at the astral.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because kind of what the name means. Like I just looked it up now, and it's supposed to be like the stars or some type. Because like one translation of when I was reading it, it called it heaven. It said heaven, sun, and then underworld, right? But now it's saying astral, right? So now I'm thinking, but looking up that word, it's supposed to be like celestial or stars or like heavens, you know. So it's like that. Since it's supposed to be that meaning, so to speak, I'm thinking the 9 realms may be there because, you know, a supernatural type of feel towards it. And maybe, or probably the king's going to be lived there, but I'm thinking it just makes me think of like the celestial dragons, you know, because they're high on the red line and they're above, and then they have their own place, you know, for Elbaf having it too. Hopefully it's a little more than just where the kings stay, or where the king stays, I should say, but we'll see. And the other thing I want to mention, yeah, I was going to mention that. No, because I was going to say something, but Lana was going to bring that up. It's just making the Usopp and Luffy thing. What I was going to say was, dang it, I'm not going to lie, I forgot my train of thought. So Just get me till I think of it again.
All right. Seb?
Yeah, I had a decent amount to say. Lawrence brought up the 9 realms. I did think, like you said, it would be 3 realms per level.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that works. Oda was going to have to make some changes to the 9 realms. I think this will work if he does it that way. Elbaf is huge. Lawrence mentioned that. It's just like this one village seems to be comparable to Onigashima, which is basically its own island. So, like, it might be a little smaller than Onigashima, but, like, the fact that this is comparable, it's kind of wild, like, really thinking about it. I love seeing Luffy and Usopp's reaction. It's been so long since we've actually like first heard of Elbaf. We started getting that wonder and excitement from them too. I like the little callback to that page. I do love that Oda decided to separate the reactions of Luffy and Usopp and like them being best friends from the rest of the crew to their reactions. I thought that was dope. I thought that was a nice touch. I was surprised to see like Zoro and Jinbei were sweating. I didn't expect that for some reason. Like I know Elbaf looks huge and everything, but I don't know. I didn't expect Zoro to be sweating. So I didn't seem to care at all. Like he's like just resting in Gurren's chest. Like I was cracking up at that. I thought that was really funny. I said it earlier. I do love that Bonnie's experiencing this stuff with the crew like this. I don't know if Bonnie's next Nakama or not, but like I do love that she's getting to have these adventures with them, and like she's not a focal point, but a part of this chapter that's titled like the adventure on Elbaf Island. You know what I mean? Like I like that. Where's Kuma again? Louis Arnote. All right, so that name has come up in the series before, and I'm sure you had notes on this. I don't know if the rest of you guys did or not, but it came up around the time.
Chapter 115.
Yeah, thank you. Chapter 115. He's the person that named Little Garden, what it was in the book called Bragman that Nami had read before. I think we did even get a note during Nami's time in her room, or this flashback, that we see the book in her like room of books. Yeah. So that was pretty dope. It's rare that Oda does this, like has these like random philosophers or people like talking. But it reminded me. It's funny because it reminded me of one that wasn't him before. I was like, I remember the name, but the one that reminded me of was actually Willie Gallon. Yeah. And it was something that was said before Jaya. Everything that humans can imagine can happen in reality, which remind me of this chapter as well, considering the rainbow bridges and things like that, right? But like, it's weird that Oda has had these philosophers or people that are not real life people per se, but like people that are from historians or people from the history of One Piece comment on these islands and comment on these like specific moments in time to chronicle them. And I wonder why we haven't gotten more of that, and if we'll ever actually see one of those people in the series.
We saw one. Norland.
Oh well, yeah. We'd give the Nolan one pretty highlighted, yeah.
But his was more like a fairy tale.
Yeah, like Nolan was the actual like we haven't seen Willie Gallon. We haven't seen.
Yeah.
I think there's one called like Jewel or whatever.
Jewel.
Jewel. Yeah, and there's one and this guy.
He talks about Mocktown.
Yeah.
Jewel or whatever his name is.
So I'm wondering what's the gap. Like, why did Oda do it more consistently pre-skip and during that era? Like from the first time he had Louis Arnott to the last time he had Gallon or Jewel, that was like 100 chapters between them, and now we're like thousands of chapters later and he's doing it again. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's a callback to his early writing style or something. I don't know. I wasn't reading One Piece Weekly back then, so we'll have to see. But I don't know. It's interesting to me. I'm curious if we'll ever see one of them. And then we have the silhouetted character. I'm not gonna get into the Shiki stuff. I know people spoiled me on this chapter, basically saying, "Oh, it's Shiki." I don't think this is proof that this is Shiki yet. Like, I would like it to be, maybe just for our theory to be correct, but maybe it's one of those people. Maybe it's this Louis Arnott person that got trapped in Elbaf or something. I don't know. But I was curious as to why he said what he said. And like, I'm wondering if like there's a Loki type person that's always existed. Like we talked about, there's always going to be a crocodile. There's always going to be a Horde, right? Why did he say what he said? What is it? What is this like hidden, mysterious, bad element of Elbaf that had this dude like, yo, don't stay there for too long? What did he go through? And will we actually experience it or see to learn what he wrote, like, and why? There was some other stuff that I saw on Twitter about Louis Arnott that like is more meta, that Oda might be playing into with like Tarzan and like a series he worked on when he was younger. I just don't know well enough about that stuff to really comment on it, but I did think it was interesting. So if you guys, are interested, look it up. But beyond that, I was curious to who the silhouetted figure is, man, because it could be Shiki, sure. Low-key, based off the hair, I was like, yo, I don't know if that's Shiki. Like, low-key, I don't know if it is.
It's not like his hair. It looks like he's wearing something.
Yeah. I started thinking of Shiki's doctor, like maybe it's him. People brought up Covan. They've had these same names tossed around since forever, since the first silhouette guy a couple chapters ago. So I don't know. I'm excited to see more, but I do want to say Elbaf looked beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
Like, to me, like Oda, when he puts the work in to like draw the panels, it looks dope. It really does. So I'm excited.
All right, Lionel.
Oh snap! What happened? I'm sorry. So yeah, what just happened? Okay.
So I was thinking of going what you were saying a little bit, Sebastian, with the 𝙏𝙝𝙪𝙢𝙗 or Note, whatever his name is.
𝙏𝙝𝙪𝙢𝙗.
𝙏𝙝𝙪𝙢𝙗, because they said he's an explorer, and I've looked up the explorers. Clover is an explorer, but I think the real reason why Oda focused on 𝙏𝙝𝙪𝙢𝙗, not just the little garden thing, but I think he focused, like, it looks like some of the explorers, they focus on certain things that they're exploring. Like, I mean, they dive on and travel around the world, but again, we don't know all his works or what he also wrote about or in his journals, because they mentioned the Bragman thing, and that's the collection of other journalists and other explorers writing that write the collection of them. And when
what do you mean? He's not the writer of that book?
No, people think he is. Some people think that, but it just Bragman is a collection of other explorers and what they traveled.
And people thought they were lying or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So they made a book together, calling it Bragman to discredit all their
bragging.
stories.
Or a fiction, like it's fiction romance, like they're lying. None of it's real. It's made up.
Okay.
So, and that's the guy that goes into like the whole. I don't know who did that. I don't know who did it or why they did it, but also made me think of the world government as well. It made me think of like, because these explorers are exploring something, and you think of who are the explorers? They're exploring and getting information and trying to share with other people. Like, Clover was the testament of that, and even Norland. Norland was different because he was actually working with the world government, or working with the government, and he made a liar because what happened with him was circumstantial, as in, like, the place that he was talking about got shot up, so they made him think that's a liar. And I guess there's too many people with certain, like, where they're going after exploring and certain things like Norland, they just took it as all of them are liars. But I think 𝙏𝙝𝙪𝙢𝙗, it was focusing on Elbaf and Little Garden itself and how big it was with those islands referencing each other. Like, the only island you that's kind of as big as that is Elbaf. Like, for instance, we don't see any other islands as huge as Little Garden and Elbaf. But they compare, like, somehow they're connected to each other. Like, why is that island so huge and massive? Yet the only islands like that is the land of the giants. And I guess he showed that he was fascinated off those two things, or maybe that's what he focused on. Because we didn't get other writings, but that's what I thought of. Like Oda made a reference to that, but they also showed like the explorers focus on certain things, like, and that's what they were like writing about.
That's interesting. That means, if anything, we have Usopp on the crew.
Yeah.
And he could probably be one of these authors.
Yeah.
And create a Bragman story, and his would probably be the best story.
Yeah.
Right? Because these are a collection of books.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he can make his own.
Yeah.
And because the Bragmen are known as the liars.
And the whole Usopp's entire thing is Aesop's fables. Like, that's his whole name.
Like, I just looked it up because I wasn't too familiar, and it's saying basically like, they're considered like the liars of these stories. So they're discredited authors. Mm-hmm. And that's why people mock them.
Yeah. The only difference is that it seemed like they were probably telling the truth.
Yeah.
Right? But they just like, to get discredited. Where Usopp's legit would probably be all lies.
So, if Usopp was to write this stuff down now, technically they would all be truths. You know what I mean? That's like, if he was just to be accurate about his account of what he did when he was on this ship with Luffy, he would be right. If he was to tell the lies that he had once told, sure, but even some of them became true on some level.
No, what I mean is like I was thinking maybe he could, not saying he will, fabricate the story that like he did all this and made it greater than it was. You know?
Yeah. Maybe that would be his way of becoming a brave warrior of the sea, is to be recognized
As one of the Bragmen?
as the Bragman.
Because people start believing that it's true or thinking it's true. Because
The world is going to change anyway, and he's going to be a part of the Straw Hat crew. So they're going to be like, yo, for sure, this guy is, you know.
And honestly, it actually goes into because Usopp's reputation already. Like people actually have Usopp kind of high.
Yeah.
Like it's likely like Buggy, and now they hear Usopp writing a book about his adventures and what he accomplished.
He's going to be like Ant-Man after, like...
Seriously. But actually made me think of other stuff. Like, just like if we're getting a lot of lore and like fairy tales and journeys off the Bragman collection, they're actually true. Then that goes in. I'm tired. I know people might be tired of bringing this up, but that goes into City of Gold, or I'm sorry, Emerald City in the Fountain of Youth. If they heard that from the Bragman collection, that means some of that is actually true. Because Bellamy was knocking that, saying all the One Piece and all that's all like it's not real. It's like he was knocking it, saying like it's because you're chasing a fairy tale.
Yeah.
But we know like Nolan, he was telling the truth. We hear Louis Arnote is telling the truth. So she was like all these they experience because they're the ones who explore the world. They're just going through armor, reading it, and it's not true. But they're the ones who explored it and experienced and seen it. Just how Luffy saying, "I saw Sky Island." Sky Island doesn't exist, but to them they didn't believe it because it wasn't. They didn't see it. They didn't know it was real. But Luffy could testify. No, I saw it. Now we have another people like Roger. So to me, it's like showing that these things do exist, and pretty much the gun that goes into the world government again hiding certain things. They didn't want them to know for whatever reason why. Like, and again, I'm not saying they're the ones who pretty much said that they're liars. It could have been like they can have no hand in it at all, but just certain things didn't prove true to them for some way or another. Unless certain things prevented them from showing it. Like, I'm not saying every time that happened, a knock-up stream took out an island where now I'm like a liar because it's not there anymore. Like, but certain things could have happened accidentally, but certain things could have happened on purpose that they didn't want them to find out. And then we see it since with Clover, like because they said they're explorers, not pirates, but the world government them labeled them as pirates. Like I saw, what's his name, Pedro, he was an explorer. Clover was an explorer, but for some reason they have pirate flags or whatever, or they label them as pirates, but they weren't really doing like Norland. He's the only one that, to my knowledge, besides the other ones, because I don't know about Lewis or whatever, that they don't label him as a pirate. They label him as an idiot and a liar, though, discrediting his journey.
He was also an explorer, they said, though.
No, he was.
Explorer and a botanist.
Yeah. But the thing is, that's something that's interesting because he worked for the world government. So he was doing I think, right? He was working for the world government?
Or his kingdom.
His kingdom.
Kingdom for the world government. But since, first they discredited him for whatever reason, we saw what happened. But I just find that kind of interesting now with the whole concept with that. And the other thing I was trying to find out, I don't know if you guys find out, when did that happen with Usopp and Luffy holding, see Elbaf? Because I thought, it was dope that Oda's going to that panel and that page, but I was trying to find out when did that actually happen, though? Because I've been looking for a minute.
It's probably
it's
after.
Be after Little Garden, bro.
That's what
I actually checked and looked, and I'm still looking. I have not seen that happen.
You went through Little Garden up till they get to Alabasta.
I think it's after Dory and Broggy do the.
That would make most
sovereignty.
sense. But it's still not here.
Because they're probably just hyped.
I feel like I've seen that panel before.
That's what I thought so too.
Or at least in the anime.
But when I see it, the only time you see Luffy and Usopp there is when Sanji's talking about food. Oh, now I see it. I just saw it now. I just saw it
you
now.
see the
It's
panel?
it's so subtle and out of nowhere. It's literally, it's chapter 129. And they're talking about something, but you just see Usopp and Luffy in the background doing it. Okay, now I'm satisfied. All right.
Yeah, I knew it had to be there.
That's what I thought too, but I guess I missed it somehow.
It was after, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only time I thought it was after.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got again Oda, that was just, it was a good moment. I wanted to see it because I'm not counting how many chapters away, but I'm just saying that's 129 when they had that moment. Yeah. And now we're here, so I thought it was just, I had to go back to
11:32.
I'm not counting. I'm not counting. That's a lot, bro. But
it's over 1,000.
It's over 9,000.
9,000. But Usopp started choking up and crying. But
1,003 chapters.
Uh-huh.
It's 1,003 chapters.
I thought he was gonna do the whole stupid. Oh, it's on 132. Like, you know, and now it's like
Shut up, bro.
no. I think it's fine where it's at. I'm not gonna lie. Even though how beautiful and nice this was, not the Luffy and Usopp moment. I actually appreciated it more. I wasn't that much taken away about the Elbaf scenery.
Really?
Yeah, I thought Wano had more of a taking to me when they showed Wano and the whole castle and everything more than Elbaf.
That's culturist, bro.
No, I just like I don't know, because I just like the rainbow was like, you know, everything hit, but like to me I'm just like it looks cool and dope, but like it just didn't resonate with me at all. Like it didn't like, and again it's good drawing and everything. I just didn't. I thought Wano looked better when they did it, or even Fishman Island looked better the way Oda did it. I don't know.
Crazy. I really don't like that guy.
I mean, this is his opinion, bro. You allowed to say that? I didn't say I thought it looked better. I actually agree that I thought Onigashima looked better.
No, like the way he did it, I'm like, yo, it looks fantastic. Like when I saw Fishman Island and I saw Wano, I'm like, yo, this looks like incredible. It looks good. But when I saw this, I'm just like, okay, it looks pretty good. Like I didn't have the same affection or appreciation that when I saw in the moment.
Yeah, this is just one of the villages, though.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking too.
This is like down the street.
That's something I think I'm gonna have more of an impact to me. It's gonna have more of an impact to me when I see the heaven realm or whatever.
Because we're not on the astral plane right now, so.
So I guess maybe I'm not trying to hype up now. Like, oh, that's gonna be better. I don't know. Like it looked cool, but like.
Yeah.
Because again, I think it's a village, not a kingdom. So like, the Fisherman was a kingdom, that was a country, kingdom, whatever. But yeah. But I was also wondering who that silhouette to is. But that's pretty much it. I don't have any more. And also, I don't think Sanji saw it. I think he's like, because he has his eyes closed and he pretty much just like he was gone the rest of that.
Oh, he's seeing Elbaf.
But yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know. Y'all bugging, bro. Elbaf look amazing to me.
They do.
The artwork is crazy. And the size differences between the houses and the giants themselves is also crazy. I'm sorry, bro. That is a large place. That is a super large place. That is a beautiful place. I think y'all never watched Lord of the Rings with The Hobbit. Y'all haven't played Warcraft at all. There are times where you look at farms and stuff and you're like, yo, this is alright, whatever. But you start to appreciate how beautiful this actually was. Like the landscape, the architecture, the way everything is detailed and drawn. I looked at this and I said, oh my God. I was like, yo, this is amazing. And ever since he got that eye surgery, bro, he been going crazy with the artwork. It seems like every 2 weeks we get like a large spread. And it's just out of this world. I think if you sit and look at it and like you really take in, it literally looks like Disneyland. If like Disneyland could look like the Disneyland at its peak.
Yeah, I think the best part about it is like
it's crazy.
It looks like it's being carried by the tree, like it's in the tree. Yeah. And like the water's falling on the bottom.
Yo, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Like
it's beautiful, dog. It's beautiful. It's super beautiful. So Oda did make a couple references in this chapter. One, Shirahoshi held Luffy in the palm of her hand, the way Gerd held him. Two, in the underworld, Loki was introduced the same way Zoro was during Shell's town. Three, in the sun world, Colin was introduced the same way Luffy was during Fuchsia Village. So then finally, let's say the astral world will introduce Louis Arno, who may be the man marked by flames. What would be his reference, right? So to clear everything up, because everybody was saying basically the same thing, but I'll just like categorize it a little bit better. So Louis Arno, the man first mentioned as an author of one of the books of the Bragman, he said in chapter 115 of the book, quotes, "To its inhabitants, the island truly is a little garden. Therefore, let us call it Little Garden, the land of giants." Now we see this guy, and he has some other quotes. It seems like his mind has switched from being amazed to being skeptical. of Elbaf's beauty. Not to mention, if you look closely, the silhouette of this person seems to resemble the same man on the cover story of chapter 631, the man sitting with Crocus having a drink. If Roger set into play to safeguard the last remaining world poneglyph, then Crocus having a connection with this individual would state that this is the man with the burn scar who's currently protecting the last world poneglyph. To think we might have heard about the burn scarred man almost 1,000 chapters plus ago is insane to me. But for me, when it comes to Elbaf and Louis Arnote just not really vibing with it, I think it's because Elbaf might be too war driven. I think their violent nature probably intoxicates you at a certain point and wants you to seek conflict, which makes you seek conflict within yourself. This is the land of war, right? It's war land. This might have been one of the reasons why the Alliance, if Elbaf was in cahoots with the Ancient Kingdom, might have saw these individuals as a huge threat. These are people who crave war. They're not going to war with themselves all the time. If they end up leaving because they are a Viking-like culture, they probably were also one of the first pirates to go out there with Joy Boy. And when they went to these other islands, they sought war. And when these islands couldn't compete, it created that notion of thinking that these giant pirate warriors are demons. They're evil individuals. That's how they were stated when we first got to know them. Granted, the world government be telling some lies, right, in order to cover up the truth for their benefit. But what if to say, like, during that time, they gained that reputation because that's what they actually were at one point? The Alliance had to come together for a reason, right? The reason might have been whatever it could have been. But as we're seeing right now, yo, this is a dangerous place. And if Lewis feels that way now, after he was kind of amazed when we first heard about him in chapter 115, I can see why his thought process is different now. You don't ever want to stay in one place too long. So I have this theory, and it's kind of like, I hope y'all mess with it, but it's kind of a cool theory. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so let me just explain it real quick. I have a theory of what the Sun World means. As we all know, there are 9 realms in Norse mythology, but I won't dive deep into that since it's a pretty tiring topic within the One Piece community, and I don't think it'll be implemented since we're told there are only 3 levels to Elbaf. So, I'll bring up another interesting idea. What if I told you that the kingdom of Elbaf is ruled by 2 siblings from the royal family? This concept of the sun and moon has been sprinkled throughout the story of One Piece repetitively, from when Musu first announced she'd sacrifice herself to the sun god during Nolan's flashback Under a Night Sky, to when Blackbeard asked Ace which one would win, the sun or his darkness, to Zunisha where Nekomamushi and Inuyasha ruled as the kings of the night and day, and even Jorah on the Don Quixote pirates, who through her dying art showed us a door that represented both the sun and the moon. There's so much evidence, but I think you get the point. So, how does this connect to the 2 siblings that I think are ruling Elbaf itself? Well, because of this. In Norse mythology, there are 2 people named Sol and Mani. They are beings who drive the sun and moon in their courses through the sky. Sol and Mani were sister and brother. For some reason, the Norse gods became angry at Sol and Mani, and they took the 2 to guide the sun and moon in their paths. Sol was forced to drive the sun's chariot and to guide its 2 horses. Sol had to travel at great speeds while she was pursued by a wolf named Skull, who would eventually devour her. Mani was forced to guide the course of the moon. Mani, too, had to travel swiftly because the moonhound, Hattie, followed in his pursuit. When these 2 wolves caught up with the sun and moon, they would swallow them and all the stars, signaling Ragnarok. Let's not forget that Loki is also the father of Fenrir, a wolf. What makes this even more plausible is, like I said before, on Zunisha, we have 2 kings. Then, on the Giant Warrior Pirates, we have 2 captains. This shows in One Piece that there's been a history of two rulers governing a group of people on more than one occasion. So, to sum it all up, the Sun World is a part of the Elbaf Kingdom. This kingdom is ruled by two siblings in the royal bloodline called Sol and Mani, who reside in the Astral World, the main kingdom of Elbaf. Sol is considered the favorite because she is the goddess of the sun, while Mani is treated like the plague because he is the god of the moon. Loki holds a grudge against his family's bloodline for their betrayal towards him, and he'll represent the wolves that look to devour Mani and Sol, causing Ragnarok to start on Elbaf. In essence, taking the two rulers out. Something will happen to the Straw Hats, forcing them to leave Elbaf and Loki to take his rightful place on the throne. Then Loki will bring the rest of the Ragnarok to the entire world, causing the biggest war ever that Oda once talked about happening at the end of the series. This would make it possible for Loki's dream to come true and bring the world to an end.
I kind of like it.
Yo,
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
it's weirdly because you kind of think of in a way, Kaido kind of foreshadowed Loki a little bit because Kaido wanted to do that. That was Kaido's ambition.
I was gonna put that in, but I couldn't find a place where to put it in. But I'm glad you noticed it.
Yeah, because even though it's stupid, but even one of his names is called Ragnarok. Kaido's one of his weapons. I think when he did the world, he did 3 worlds.
Yeah.
That's like thing he did on Luffy. It's called Ragnarok.
You
So-
said 3 worlds too, and there's 3 worlds on Elbaf.
He said Kaido said 3 worlds,
Yeah,
right?
3 worlds.
Let me check.
I'm
Just
pretty
so
good.
we not spitting nonsense.
But I remember him saying something worlds.
I know.
1,000
Zoro
worlds.
says worlds, right?
Yeah, Zoro says worlds too.
So what y'all thoughts about one?
Now you got me thinking if Kaido's ever been to Elbaf.
Yeah.
Remember I said before that ideology about like him passing or having a grand death is very similar to what the Giants believe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so maybe that's why and also how he's big, and also there's some linkage there, I believe. You know, and also how do you not, especially if you hear how Kaido is, the land is supposedly of the
Kaido goes
strongest.
to his weapon.
I would see that Kaido definitely.
That'd be funny if Kaido and Loki were blood brothers and stuff.
Twin.
Blood brothers?
Yeah.
Like they made a pact or something?
I don't know. I'm just being stupid.
Not bad. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I just don't know enough personally about like the like Norse mythology you were like citing to like fully gravitate to it. But like I like it.
No, I do. It's to me. I feel like. To me, it makes sense because I was thinking of like the world war that's going to happen. I think was going to cause because of the information we just got that Vegeta kind of just spilled, but it didn't really happen. I mean, no world war happened, and I thought right when they're going to act or Dragon going to do something, but I could see Loki doing it. I can really see Loki causing it. But I think that's like a crazy battle because now you have the world government, revolutionaries in Elbaf, and the Straw Hats and the rest of that whole world fighting. Like, it's going to be crazier than I thought it was. You get me? Like, I always thought this is going to be its own arc. But if this is setting up to something else, that's blowing my mind. Like, honestly, it's like, it actually made it more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did make it more interesting. Like, it already was, but like, now they're going to be involved. And like, we don't know them. And the Giants, it's already like a mysterious type of thing. We don't know yet, but like, because we don't know what's the Astro World, and we don't know who are the other major players in Elbaf, like Loki. Like Loki's the only one to us that's gonna we don't know Loki's team, his crew, if he has, or his men. Like the men that he had a following, right? Like where are they at? Like we don't know who are these people at or where they are.
If he's a conqueror, he has to have people following him, right?
Didn't they
usually
saw
how it works.
those other random little people were his followers or whatever?
One was a wolf. No, stop.
No, the people that were in the rags. Or whatever.
Yeah. He does say 3 realms Ragnarok.
Yeah.
He
when
does?
he attacks. Yeah.
Okay.
So Kaido might have been to Elbaf at one point, and think about it. When we saw Goldberg's, I forgot what the large mace is called.
Club?
Yeah, his club. It's the same as Kaido's and Yamato's.
I know Yamato has it, but doesn't have the spikes.
Yeah, she had like the studs on it. Yeah.
Then I wonder, like, that just makes me, again, I don't know, but makes me think, why didn't Kaido try to take over Elbaf instead of Wano?
Sorry, redheaded pirate that lived there, bro.
Yeah, it might have been, bro. You gotta remember, like, his flag is at Elbaf.
Yeah,
but we don't know when, though. We don't know when that happened.
6 years. No, I'm playing.
You know, because Kaido's been pirating longer than Shanks has.
He has.
Yo, maybe Kaido is why this person got that Amagasa hat, bro.
But remember, Kaido was asked to go to Wano.
That is true.
As a business thing.
That is true.
Because, like you said before, there's a link there because even, to me, Kaido's like this barbaric warmonger, right? It kind of fits how Elbaf is.
Exactly.
The warland, you know?
That's why I thought, why didn't you try to take that over?
Yeah.
You could have been planning to. But, like, if he didn't have, for example, if he said he didn't have enough manpower or the numbers for Wano,
that's true.
He would need a lot more for Elbaf. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. And also, I don't know if they have a poneglyph in there. Like, there was so much connections to that we know of right now to One Piece for Wano than for Elbaf. Like, I do say that. Even though he was asked to do it, I do say there was a lot more information to a degree that we know of. So, but
I don't know. It's just a theory, but it's not like real. But it fits a lot.
Yeah.
Like the Kaido thing is crazy too. Cause
I like the Kaido connection.
Yeah, I like the Kaido connection a lot. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But other than that, yeah, guys, if you haven't liked the video yet, please like the video. Let's hit these super chats real quick. And then we're going to start doing the Discord phone calls.
Yeah, we're going to hit super chats. We'll go to a commercial break, and then we'll hit Discord phone calls. When we get to that commercial break, I'm going to start these sweepstakes for you guys to join in so that you can see who's going to be able to be our callers for tonight. All right, we got $20 from Trey Bus. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for your generosity. It says, love the pod, longtime Spotify listener, and top OG, top Clash Royal Clan. What? Y'all keep up the amazing work, and my girlfriend is now all caught up in One Piece. Larry got the best takes. Hashtag Sebi. Thank you.
Thank you, man. I hope she's enjoying it.
Yeah.
Keep Larry away from your girl, man. Number 2. From Gerardo Ramirez.
Can you relax?
It says, do you all prefer the sympathetic or evil villains? If you're a great writer, you can do both. I do want to say I prefer more evil than sympathetic, but I feel like there's no reason why you can't get both.
I agree with you, because I feel like when you go to empathetic, I feel like you're giving a reason for that person to do what he's doing, and I'm like, I just kind of disagree with that. Because some people are that's just how they are.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sympathetic to Doflamingo, but I know he's evil.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you write well enough, you can do both.
Yeah. And I've never sympathized with someone who was evil. Like, I understand their cause, never sympathized, because, again, there's never a good enough reason to do their evil that they're doing.
Yeah.
The only one that I don't sympathize, but for instance, I'm bringing up Joker. Like, Joker was already evil, whatever, but he had a snapping point because of what he lost and the chemical compound that he fell into that made him legit crazier than he already was. But he was already evil. I'm not sympathetic, but showing that there was a cause for why he became that. You just going through some bad stuff, now I'm evil, just like, all right, like...
A villain is always the hero of their story, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
Facts. We got another 5 from Sogagod. It says, been so long, hope y'all ain't forget about me. Of course not, man. I'm back as a Yonko, so more theories are coming. Don't forget, all people watching are thankful for you. Hashtag never change.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Another 5 from Luffy Nick. It says, Gray Fullbuster versus One Piece women. Who got more clothes on per panel? Also, who ruined Aish's potential more, Roger or Whitebeard? Ooh, that's a good question.
One, it's definitely Gray. Has less clothes on.
Who ruined Aish's potential more, Roger or Whitebeard?
Whitebeard.
Whitebeard did relatively stunt his growth, I would say.
Because low-key, Roger, he's not the sole reason, but because of that, Ace had a certain drive to surpass his father.
Yeah.
So him trying to surpass Roger is a lot.
Yeah.
Then Whitebeard kind of like...
Yeah, but it was,
Stay fatherless.
Nah, that's crazy. That should not be your only driving force. Don't listen to
Stay
Larry.
fatherless.
That should
bro.
not be your only driving
Fatherless
force,
is
bro. That's
wild,
crazy.
bro.
And then repeat the cycle.
Bruh. I mean,
That's One Piece. No, I'm kidding.
honestly,
That's crazy.
quite a athletes actually became big because of that reason. But
Listen,
I'm not
bro.
viewing. I'm not listening to
Look at
Larry.
LeBron, bro.
Yo, but
Fatherless, bro.
Kobe had a dad, bro.
Yeah, man.
Kobe great.
Jordan
Jordan had a dad.
Yeah.
Exactly. Jordan was great.
He
bro.
became better after he didn't have
Oh,
it.
what? I'm mad I can't rebuke that because it's
Stop
low key true.
Get some help.
get some better help. No, stop.
Yo, it's low key true though. Another 2 from Wise Life Jody. It says, "What island would be good for Mihawk versus Zoro?" Hashtag TOPT. We might be on it, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Moreland.
We might be on it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Another 2 from Alien. Anywhere that doesn't have staircases, bro. Another 2 from Alien Man Aftermath. It says, "Will Emu have mommy knockers?" Maybe.
What?
Will Emu be a woman?
No.
I hope not.
Nah, I think that's a man, man.
I wouldn't mind either way.
It made me think of the Ace Ventura when he shot rip off the
Yo.
hair.
That would be funny.
I
That would be funny. If they recreate that scene, that would be funny. Another 5 from Aaron Swinger. It says, "Is it possible that the black smoke we saw from Saturn's death is the Conqueror's Haki that Emu embedded and took from his body, thus keeping Gorosei alive?" Man.
That's crazy.
Maybe.
That's too much. That's too much.
Maybe. I'd have to go look at the panel
I
again.
can't believe
but-
somebody has that much hockey and stuff. Like, that's
Like,
crazy.
is that more than Joe Ray's not now? Because what Joe Ray just done, but Joe Ray is not doing that.
That's like his kid at that point.
Yeah.
Why not? We got another 2 euros.
Like he inserted himself
Okay.
into him
Okay, bro. Okay.
in large quantity.
Chill out.
I can't.
We got another 2 euros from Ali Raza Saeed. It says, "Is Luffy top 1 with unlimited stamina?" Yeah. I would say so. If he could never tire out, he's just in gear 5th all the time with no drawback.
I feel like his hockey still needs to get stronger,
Yeah,
though.
his hockey
I
still needs
don't-
to get
yo,
stronger.
bro, the creativity of that fruit is wild. And he's pumped. Like, if you remember the Kaido fight, he was like forcibly using Conqueror's Haki with all those attacks. And you're talking about unlimited stamina, which means I could Gatling a Brasron gun.
I think there's still things that he doesn't know hockey wise.
Yo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I've been thinking, I brought this to Lawrence, and I said, like, if Luffy, you know how Luffy caught lightning with his imagination, whatever. If he starts catching black hockey lightning, or the leakage that he's able to grab it and start using that as a weapon, then I'm saying, all right, Luffy's broken. Like, that's all right, whatever.
Luffy
I think
already
that's
pretty
I think
broke,
you're
bro.
already doing too much. With
What?
that.
You grab lightning. What's the difference?
That this is like
why not?
invisible will.
Why
bro.
not?
Like this is just it's just a visual for us to know what's happening.
So what, bro?
He starts grabbing.
Why not?
And people start getting knocked out or whatever.
Next question, bro.
We got another 5 from Diamond Life. It says, "Seb is 1 trim away for you guys to become that bald talk." That one
Yeah,
bald
this comes
talk.
up every episode.
The laughing emoji.
They want you to be bald so bad.
Jake, I actually thought about it over the weekend. Just ready for another W stream. Also, here's your allowance, Larry.
Oh my god, you guys gotta stop doing that.
We got another 20 from Villain D Juice. Thank you. It says, "Can't watch live, but had to show love to my favorite 4 Nikas. Larry, I finally got my dog training dog training biz set up. So here is your tax hashtag tapped on
Yo,
top.
where is this coming from?
Topped
bro?
on top. Hashtag shirts off for Shin. Oh, and Blackbeard is the better endgame. Hashtag Seb was spitting." Thank you. It's not exactly what I said, but sure.
Shout out to you for having building
Yeah.
your business. Bro.
Yeah, man.
For sure,
I like
man.
that. I
Do
like
your
that a
thing.
lot.
Another 2 from Isaiah Mayo. It says, "Marv, do the thing." Hashtag whole soundboard. Another 5 from Gerardo Ramirez. It says, "The greatest trick the devil ever played was convincing the world that he did not exist."
That's
Emu,
true, too.
probably. The devil fruit the devil fruit I want model Fenrir? I don't know if I read that correctly, but thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Another 2 from Off Brand. It says, "What shoes would you give the crew? Luffy with forces." Definitely black Air Forces for Luffy, bro. Luffy a crash out king, man.
Does he need it though?
Sanji wearing Chelsea's or some sort of high fashion brand something.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm not a big.
They
shoe
all
guy.
wearing what they wearing
Yeah,
now.
bro. I'm not
Yeah.
a big shoe guy, bro. I'll be honest. Not me wearing red bottoms. We got another Yonko subscription from Odin. Welcome to the crew and enjoy all the emojis that come with being at our highest tier of membership. We got another 2 from BushyBrow28. It said if Larry had hair, he'd look like Chaozu from Dragon Ball.
What?
What?
I think it was a Yamcha.
Chaozu has that one string of hair.
Oh my god!
I can't.
Forgot about that. We got another 5 from Inferno Knight. It says, "What's up, y'all? Which admirals can Cat, King, and Marco and Zoro defeat if they work together? All 4 of them
That's crazy.
versus one admiral? They
That's a
probably they
lot.
got it.
That's a lot,
seriously,
bro. How weak do you think they are? Like,
How
that's
sure
crazy.
do you think the animals are?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's a lot to deal with, bro. That's
Yeah.
too much to deal with, bro. It's too much to deal with. They got any admiral, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Another
same.
5 from BushyBrow28. Yo, Larry, which series do you think has better written and finer looking females, One Piece or Fairy Tail? Been arguing about this with my friend lately. What's good with y'all? The Fairy Tail love, bro.
It's Fairy Tail.
It's Fairy Tail?
Because you only got like, you got Boa, you got Margaret, you got Yamato, you got, Nami, Robin, you got
Viola.
yeah.
Something's
There's like 10 official baddies in
There's
One
way
Piece.
more than that.
You
didn't
think so?
You literally didn't even name Gerd, bro. But it's high.
There's Reiju, there's Gerd.
Well,
All right, so there's like a top 20.
There's just more characters in
There's
One
more
Piece.
characters, but like, the quality of women in Fairy Tail are just like right there, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
he said writing too.
Writing wise, yeah, they're probably better in Fairy Tail. No cap.
Yeah.
Wait, writing for women?
Yeah. There's only like 3 women in the entire show of One Piece that got like really good writing, bro.
I think most
I disagree. But
passed right now.
word. We got another 5 from Kevin Mood. It says, "You fellas are the goats. Even if you guys bug sometimes. Hashtag Zoro is greater than Law. Who's greater than Sanji? Who's greater than Kid? Hashtag white TOPT fan." Glad y'all out there, man. Zoro greater than Law, greater than Sanji, greater than Kid. I disagree. Sanji
Yeah.
shouldn't be below Kid. If y'all want to argue the other stuff, sure, but Sanji shouldn't be below Kid in my opinion. Another 5 from Johnny Blorp. It says, "How and when did you guys start this podcast, and why did you start it? How did you guys feel when you saw it blow up? Hashtag One Piece Talk Origins."
Should I answer it?
Yeah.
We started probably almost 3 years ago. I would say. What made us start it was just the chemistry of the guys and the intensity and knowledge of how they spoke about anime in total. This kind of happened during Naruto, and it just split into like One Piece. And then they casually talked about their own little like favorite, mangas. I used to see Lawrence and Sebastian like really yell at each other about crows and words.
Almost got another one today.
Yeah, it used to get really exciting. And basically, like I've said it before, but I was just sitting on the couch and I just thought to myself, like, people need to see this. And then one day I linked up with Marv when I was doing a mixtape. I came to see his studio, and then I waited probably like a year and a half, maybe or so, and then I linked back up with Marv and told him about my idea, what to do, and then we did the studio, rented it out for an hour each week.
The hour-long episodes was tough, man.
And then it took us like a year and a half after I invested into a computer to edit videos to post on social media instead of just posting like regular videos. And then I think I was doing my 2-mile walk at like 12 a.m. at night. And as I'm looking at YouTube Studio and I'm looking at the subscribers go all the way up from 5,200,000 subs, it went to 10,000. And I remember jumping up and down on the street and there was no cars. And I called my mom and I said, "Yo, Mom, I did this." And it was just like such a great feeling.
Yeah, I don't remember like what my us blowing up moment was. I feel like it was the first time you said, "Yo, we hit like 100,000 views on TikTok."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo, wait, what?" Like, that's kind of crazy. But
I think it was really your parents that made me feel it.
yeah, I think it's
Because when your dad was like genuinely interested or your mom was interested, and then they saw and they were like amazed. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I think when
That
I
was like a moment for me.
because I travel a lot for work. When people notice me outside for this, I'd be like, oh, okay, like
Yeah.
we've reached somewhere that's not just like
Normal.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if y'all have an answer for the when y'all felt like we had blown up or whatever. I still feel like we're not that big.
Yeah,
That's
same,
how
same.
I don't know.
I think we're not, but we're very much on the cusp of going like reaching a new height that we haven't touched just yet. And I think we're on the cusp of it. It's just taking a little bit more work and dedication and consistency to get there. And I've actually made changes where now I'm posting like actual videos and clips of the pod, which I wasn't doing before, because I felt like social media was the gateway to accelerating that growth. But sometimes it's not always going to go up, right? The stocks aren't always going up. Sometimes they're going to go down before they reach a new height. And I think that's what's currently happening now. But overall, no matter what, it takes luck to get to certain places, but it also takes you working your butt off to get in the right spot to be in that luck space.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I think we've always made it. Even when we first started, it was like we made it. Like,
Nah, when we made it was when Anime Sundays pulled up, bro. Because I remember when you said that Sundays wanted to be on the show, I was like, how does dude know who we are? Because I knew who he was, and I knew like he had a huge like subscriber following, and I was a big fan of his.
Yeah.
So when you were like, "Yo, this dude's coming through to the pod," I was like, "Yo, you serious?"
Yeah.
I was like in awe. That's like the first time I was ever in awe of something.
I
That's
think,
the dude, bro.
yeah, I think when King Christian reached out to us too at one point, but it was like when we had less subscribers. I think it was right after the Gia episode. He reached out like 2 weeks later, and they were probably talking.
He was plotting, bro.
Yeah, he was plotting. And he reached out and he said that he wanted to come onto the show. That was a big one because King Christian is like huge in the community of cosplay and anime and all that stuff. So that was nice too. But to be honest, man, like I think there's just more people that watch us, but it's never been like you know. I think we're at a very good point though, where like things are gonna pop off.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because we get invited to parties. We've made friends. And I think when we get to that panel, speaking events, that's when it's going to truly, like, dig into my gut and be like, damn, we're, like, at an actual table in front of mad people in real life, and we're just going crazy.
You'll know we've blown up when you see the TOPT jet flying overhead. And we on our way. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
We got another two from Isaiah Mayo. It says, "What you doing if Zoro yells Bankai in mid-meal?" Is it too late to drop the series then? Is it too late?
But
Yeah, it would be.
yeah, it would be.
Low-key, Zoro can say Bankai. I don't know what Bankai means.
That's what I was thinking
But like,
too.
if it has a meaning in Japanese for real, like I don't think.
What's that? Shinachi or whatever it's called.
Yeah, you can say it, bro.
I
It'll
don't
be
It
funny.
means final release.
Oh, it's up.
That was saying that would be more than a
One.
I can see that honestly.
Yo, that goes mad hard.
Yo, that's tough, bro. Do you think he would take Mihawk out with a Santori or a Yanto, or like what's the one single sword style? I forgot.
Itoyu?
He better use all three, man.
Yeah.
I feel like it's better if you use the one, low key, bro.
Why?
Because it's Queen's sword. Whatever. Anyway,
Wait, which sword is he gonna
the white
use?
one. The Wado, yeah.
I can see that. If it's gonna be one, yeah, that
Mihawk
one.
ain't breaking the Kitetsu, bro.
Well, that's the
He
point.
not,
Like,
bro.
I want it to be that sword. Obviously,
Yeah.
if it's all three, whatever, it's a part of it. But if I did it with this one, I don't know. I feel like that's just.
I mean, it's a poetic.
It's
Straight up Shishi Son, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That's his Bankai, though.
But he can say Bankai Shishi Sonson.
Son!
It better be blackened.
Of course, bro. All right.
Or whitened
Okay.
for our white followers.
Shout out to that's too much scrolling, bro. My fault, gang. We got another 7-month membership to Nakama status from Larry Koopa. It says, y'all caught up with Daima. It's pretty good. Thanks, Roy.
I've only watched up to episode 3. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched anything.
I have no idea what that is.
Dragon Ball Daima.
No.
We got another upgraded Yonko membership from John D. Water. Appreciate it and enjoy all the emojis accompanying Yonko. Another 5 from Ritho. I hope I said that right. It says, "Sup gang, first live stream. I used to be anime only, and you guys got me into reading the manga. I'm all caught up in the manga. Thank you."
Yeah, thanks for catching up.
Thank you.
Now we can motivate you to switch over to the.
Tell us what you like better, bro. Another 10 from Zachary Lindsay. It says, "Chopper has the Hito model Elbaf. He is the god of war and the forest god since he uses the forest to make rumble balls. The same as Vikings use mushrooms to go berserk in war. Monster point." There might be like a correlation to the usages of these like elements, like that Oda's referencing. He's not changing his devil fruit to the Elbaf fruit.
Yeah.
Like that. That we going too far with that. But I do like the correlation there. We got another Nakama subscription from Jay Darude. Enjoy all the emojis that come with being a Nakama. Another 20 from Kremit. It says, "Plot twist wise for anime, the worst one that gets me heated is the darling in the Frank's twist. Spoiler, when the people they fought for were aliens and the kids end up fighting an intergalactic war against them. I have no idea what almost any of that meant."
Sounds good though. It sounds like it gets the people going.
What anime is he talking about?
I might have read it wrong.
But you're saying
My Dress Up Darling, maybe? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Probably.
I don't know.
Dress Up Darling.
I haven't seen it. I know that Oda's a fan, though, I believe.
is he asking us what's the worst plot twist? And then he shared his.
Worst plot twist is Sabo is still alive, bro.
That is not
It
the
was,
worst.
it was a super chat way before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got another 10 from Takeem. It says, "Larry's Arodo, hashtag Bucky Gang."
That's crazy.
That's wild, bro. Another subscription to the Kishibukai status from King Ray. Another 5 from Lazy Ban or Ban. It said Bane. It says, "Remember when Larry said Luffy would drop if Shanks flexes Haki? For real, I say let him cook. Hashtag laws indestructible shades."
Wait, what?
I don't know if Lana was here for that.
I said Shanks would drop Luffy with his Conqueror's Haki if he used it full blast during Loguetown.
Yeah, it was like Luffy pre everything. Like no gears, no nothing. But I still said no. But hey man. Another 2 from King Ray. It says, "See, y'all got that clone machine running. Hashtag bust it." We got another Warlord subscription from Leaf Dig. Thank you. We got another 20 from Rev Beast. It says, "What is Blackbeard's off-screen power? It was enough to injure Scar Shanks without catching him off guard. Steal a Devil Fruit, beat Ace, defeat Law, defeat remnants of Wipe Your Pirates, etc. The DD Fruit is still a mystery to me." The off-screen power is plot, bro.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing.
I'm a Blackbeard guy, but Oda has needed him to excel.
I will always hate when people bring up that scarring the Shanks moment, bro.
He's scarred, bro.
And
Like, bruh, how many years ago was that, bro?
Yeah.
I saw Luffy get 10 power-ups in like 30 minutes. What are we talking about, bro?
Yeah, bro.
and also too, what it looks like when he got the it looks like it was like the start of Shanks' pirate career.
Exactly.
You know?
I mean,
Like,
they're
bro,
the same age.
it's always,
But
yo, he scarred him, bro. And then it's never like, yo, but Blackbeard got his butt tossed by Luffy and impelled down. And he also got one shot by Magellan. So you think Shanks is going to get one shot by Magellan and get tossed by Luffy? No.
And also Shanks took teeth, man.
It's never logic being used, bro.
Yeah.
And also too, just because you get caught doesn't really necessarily mean anything. You
Yeah.
got hit.
And again,
It's a fight. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be my thing. Like,
What?
Shanks got caught. Like, you get caught, bro. Like,
Yeah, but you said he got caught, but Shanks also took out his teeth, man.
we don't know.
Okay.
We don't.
No, we don't know that, Lawrence. I mean, Lionel.
I think
We can assume it's
mean-
not unreasonable to assume it, but we don't know it.
all those Blackbeard had perfectly fine teeth when he was young. Fight Shanks. Now we know he's missing
Hold on.
teeth.
We've seen little kid Blackbeard on like 3 total panels. Oda has messed up the drawing of Blackbeard's teeth more often than we've seen little kid Blackbeard, bro. We can't be like his teeth were whatever, bro. We don't know.
Bro,
We don't know.
Bastion, we saw him have fine teeth when he talked to Whitebeard. We saw him have fine teeth when they fight the Roger Pirates.
I'm not T-scaling with you, bro.
I'm just saying.
We got,
you know I'm right.
We got another
You know I'm
10 from John D. Water. It says, "What's up? And thank you guys for everything you do for the community."
thank
You too, Marv. Also, Do you guys think that Shanks was stronger than Luffy after Rio on Wano? Shanks is currently still stronger than Luffy.
Yeah.
Like it's still there hasn't been a Luffy stronger than Shanks moment yet.
Yep.
We got another 15.
That Bajran gun is the closest, bro.
Yeah.
But that takes a lot.
Yeah. Another 15 from Max Brown. It says theory. The warning at the end of the chapter relates to time passing differently on Elbaf. Ooh, okay. So days there are weeks outside. And it also explains why giants age so slowly due to the island's effects. I like that. I like that a lot. I didn't think of that at all.
Time dilation? I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
It makes sense, though.
Scientifically, the larger the landmass, the more, like, gravity is going to happen on there, but there's never been any mention of gravity being different on Elbaf. That's the only time dilations happen. If I'm not mistaken, if somebody could correct me again. But scientifically, it's like with black holes. Black holes have time dilation because of the gravity that's centered around it. So everything is going to move much slower than the outside world. But that would also explain that when, like, for example, if you spend an hour on Elbaf, if gravity is that strong and time dilation is that strong, that means, like, 2 weeks is passing by in the real world. Mm-hmm. And that's never been the case for the Giants.
Piece, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that would be, like, kind of weird to insert into One Piece itself, because then that would not explain why the Giants live so long. Because the Giants are still living 78 years. They're still living this amount of time.
Yeah.
I still like it. But I feel you.
Only I think of it.
And Dorian Bragi lasted for 100 years.
Yeah.
Fighting on Little Garden. That's outside of Elbaf.
Right. Yeah. I don't see it either, because I kind of got to notice it wasn't just the Giants, but also just the environment, because right before he says it, he also mentions the environment as in the animals, what you're dealing with, right? I thought of a little bit of Jumanji. Like, you know, how dangerous it is all the time, because he said the animals, the insects, and he went on and saying everything in there is breathtakingly huge, right? Now, he's comparing it mainly for a normal person, what that means for you, right? Like you said, I don't know the effects of the environment on a normal person is going to be different how it affects on a giant, obviously, because everything's bigger there. So it could be just like everything surrounding the normally size of how everything is different is probably not good for the regular person's makeup.
I was going to say that too, because during the prehistoric ages of dinosaurs, everything was much bigger because there was more oxygen on Earth. And then once the oxygen levels started to dissipate and nitrogen became more fluctuated into it, it started to decrease the sizes of beings overall. That's why, like, dinosaurs were huge, bugs were huge, like, all these things were, like, super big. And now we're, like, super small. And if Elbaf has, like, you know, if they're going that far into, like, climate change, then it would be very hard for the Strats to last there for, like, even a day, in my opinion.
So that's
I'm not a scientist. I'm just letting you know, like, what I know. Like, I just know, like, I have a bunch of useless knowledge, and that's one of it.
Then you think that's what Lewis Arnott is actually referring to? That it would have another effect on you instead of being Elbaf being dangerous and being worse. It's like it will the climate is different for humans, that it would affect you, that you actually might pass. Yeah,
I will say, based on all the stuff that's been discussed today, I did like you'll start gravitating towards the culture that you had. Like, you're gonna start craving war and conflict with people.
Yeah,
I like that answer better for the themes of Elbaf than anything that has been said. But I did like this though.
But it does explain, like, how the clouds we mentioned before could probably be of the climate change on there. Yeah, because Lawrence said it's more nutritious throughout the entire kingdom.
Yeah, I just want to add one more thing, but also too, I think this is also written for, remember who he's writing to, the general public, normal humans.
Yeah,
you know, people like the Straw Hats who are stronger, it may not affect them, but for the normal person, we already saw how they were like almost like slaves in Roto's little thing, you know,
just trying to be in there.
So a normal person is going to be like, you can't keep up with this area, right? But if you're strong, you'll be all right. That's how I think it was also generative.
Yeah.
Another 2 from Brett Kruger. It says Luffy versus Usopp round 2. We're not going to see them fight again, I don't think.
Nah.
I don't think Oda could
Not do it now.
I don't think he could do it. I don't think he could pull it off where
Yeah.
it makes sense for the story.
not gonna work.
Yeah.
Unless they force them to fight.
It would feel forced. Another 5 from Mohammed Lear. It says, if you rewatch DBZ Brawley and DBZ Bardock's special, does Bardock in canon/non-canon, do you guys think Oda based off most of Dragon's character traits off of him or not?
Nah.
I don't think Dragon and Bardock are like at all, but I'm just going based off what I remember from Bardock.
No.
Bardock was ignorant, bro. Yeah, they were. Most of the Saiyans were ignorant.
And also, off that, Bardock loved fighting. They showed that Dragon doesn't like war and stuff like that. Well, Bardock is a Saiyan. He lives for that stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Remember
Bardock,
they said he was a scientist? Bardock.
Bardock would fight for his people.
All right.
Dang, bro, really?
We got another 10 from Anime's D-Wave. It says, always a good Monday getting topped off. Thinking about making videos, fantasy drafting anime characters, no powers, to play sports, be president/cabinet, etc. What y'all think? Hashtag top forever on top. Do it, bro.
Yeah, do it, bro.
Do it for 100%. It's a dope idea. Do it. Another 5 from Wise Life Jody. It says, who would become better overall if they switched out fruits, Law or Kid? Who would awaken first? Hashtag bust it open. Hashtag Marvel Go. Hashtag Gabon is coming.
I think they're both suited for the Delfruits.
Yeah. I think they both would get significantly worse if they switched out.
Kid will get tremendously worse.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Another 2 from Luis Lopez says, how strong would Urza be in One Piece? She's from
We've
Fairy
had this
Tail, right?
before. Yeah, she'd definitely be high Shichibukai level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she'd be like Mihawk level almost.
Another 2 from Gerardo Ramirez. This is my guy Larry shouting out Warcraft for the Horde.
For the Horde. You know it, Marv? Warcraft? Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another 10 from Celestial Donkey. It says,
CD.
hashtag Buggy Gang, hashtag keep up the great work.
Thank you,
Thank
CD.
Be a
Thank you.
legend, bro. Another 5 from Jay Darude. It says, Shanks Pop's about to come through with a wolf fruit and start Ragnarok. Maybe.
Shakes
That'd
pops.
be kind of cool.
Another 5 from Jacqui. It says, Spotify game, like the stream, drink some water, and sit up straight. My bad. Funny. I know it's mad late, but I'm gonna bust it open. Had me in tears. Much love, boys. Come on.
I edited the video with Lionel talking
Did you?
about Bulma spreading it.
Oh my god.
It was
Oh my
so
God,
funny, bro.
bro.
I had to
That
turn
was
up
so
Marv's mic just a little bit
crazy.
because Marv brought it back.
Oh my god.
It was so funny, bro.
Let's talk about the food that she brings.
Somebody
supplies.
eating. Another 2
Shut
from
up.
Zach the Ghost, but it was retracted. Hope you weren't wildin', Zach. We got another 5 from Salty Waters. It says, do you think Usopp could defeat Loki by beating him with his own game of trickery and get praised by the Giants as a brave warrior and gifted a power-up?
No.
Maybe. I don't know if I'd like it, but I could see it. Another 2 from Zach the Goat. It says, strongest person Prime Rayleigh can beat. Probably an Admiral.
I'd say an Admiral.
Yeah.
I'd say Blackbeard too.
Yes.
But I think
I'm
an
with
Admiral.
that.
I
I'm
think
with
yeah.
Yeah.
I can think he could beat one of the Yonkos. Prime, really? Yeah.
Which one?
Which one?
Because he just said Blackbeard.
Which one, Lionel?
So,
Blackbeard,
okay.
Kaido, and Big Mom.
Okay.
Possibly. Most definitely Blackbeard.
You're probably on an island there, but I feel you.
Probably.
Prime Kaido and Prime Big Mom?
Not at the same time, obviously.
No, obviously not. But like in a 1v1,
Like, I'm not saying it's like that Zolo and
it don't
Sansa.
need to be anything like that. It's just does he beat him or not?
Yeah, I think he got it.
Well, he's saying also they're in their prime.
I don't know that he's beating them, the ones we saw. You know what I'm saying?
You're crazy.
I'm crazy?
Wait, hold on. All right.
Come on, Big Mom now versus
Big- yeah.
Rayleigh Prime?
I got Prime Rayleigh versus Big Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Prime Big Mom versus Ray.
Listen, they could. To me, it's both sides, 50-50. But I'm not saying Big Mom now. You're crazy. Who lost the plot reasons, but Law and Kid? Are you serious? Tell me that right now. If that's happening to Rayleigh.
Getting jumped like that?
No, he's talking about Big Mom now fighting Rayleigh.
No, but he's saying, would that have happened to Rayleigh?
Like him fighting both of them.
You
One,
getting jumped, bro? Like, you
Ray
gotta-
most likely has future sight, bro. Big Mom was not using any of that.
And Big Mom
Yo,
and Rayleigh, no, and Rayleigh.
Connor
you're forgetting-
Curry got
no,
future
and you're
sight. He's
forgetting-
still getting
no,
backed
you're
by
forgetting
Law
that
and
Rayleigh
Kid,
is
bro.
using
What are you
no.
talking
You're forgetting
Dude,
Rayleigh is
Ray
using
is
Haki
stronger
more.
than
You
the
hear me,
Dog
Jackson?
Chick, though.
You hear me? Rayleigh is using more Haki than Big Mom is.
Yeah, and Ray's stronger than Dogtooth, bro.
Hey man,
Bro, I hate bringing up Big Mom's fight, bro.
Big Mom.
So nonsense.
Listen,
dog.
bro. Big Mom like that. We got another Warlord status subscription from Liberty Shogun. Enjoy all the emojis that come being a warlord. Another 10 from King Ray. It says, first podcast in a while with this much peace amongst the crew, and Kaido went to Elbaf, but got told no by way of hands. Oh, man. By the way, Larry, I'm broke. Sorry, I can't afford more. Hashtag busted. Hashtag Larry tax.
What's wrong with y'all, bro?
Hey, man. Taxing the people, bro. Taxing the people. Another 2 from Gerardo Ramirez. It says, Hear thee, my donation to thy Larry tax.
Oh my god!
Oh man!
Stop doing this.
There had to be a comment, something that happened. Like, you did it jokingly.
I don't think I've done
I don't
anything.
think so. Another 15 or 14 from Anthony Brewster. It says, as an anime-only guy, I haven't been able to watch live due to spoilers. Been binging the old episodes. Love your content so much. You inspired me to start reading the manga. Love from Nova Scotia. Hey, man.
Hey.
That's what's
Shout out
up.
to Nova Scotia, bro.
Shout out to the
Oh, there's a
manga readers.
baddie with you right now. Treating you right.
Oh, man. I need y'all to like linger on one of these so I can start the sweepstakes. Another 5 from Leo Gialio. It says, how much do I gotta donate for Law to take off the shades? Hashtag BBC, hashtag Homing Gang, hashtag Bust It Open.
Lawrence? I'm not taking any shades off, man.
It says priceless, bro.
What?
Was that the last one?
Nah, I still got a couple more. I'm trying to get callers, like the sweepstakes thing.
Let me see if I can do one of them.
My bad.
Liberty Shogun with the 5 says, do you guys have a theory on where the Mother Flame originally comes from? I think that it came from Lunarians, but Oda is full of surprises.
I said something like that actually a while back, that it possibly could have came in there.
Yeah. I mean, it could.
I think part of it, not the whole thing, but part of it.
It could just be Birkin technology, because the earliest we've ever seen the flame was in hieroglyphics on the Moon City Burka. When, it was being used for the automatas.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say since back then, I don't think it probably comes from the Lunarians, but the Lunarians weren't on the hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
It was literally just the Birkins, the Skypeans, and what's the Shandorians? Oh.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, I've always liked the idea that it came from either the Lunarians or the original Mara. But
Yeah.
We got another 5 from Brecken Crowell. It says, love the pod. Keep up the great work, fellas. Hashtag Usopp's mom is trash. Hashtag Sanji's mom should have left. Hashtag Larry has the best takes. Hashtag Enel the GOAT souls the verse.
What?
How's your echo? That's your echo chamber right there. How's that
Why
feel?
did you say that? She was sick, and she was taking care.
She wasn't sick all the time.
What are you talking
She
about?
could have taught him some values. Told him stop lying.
Stop lying.
If your dad caught you lying, he would have beat you, bro. She wasn't beating him enough.
Probably because she was sick.
Sometimes child... No, I shouldn't say that.
What you about to say, bro?
He was about to wild out.
Sometimes, sometimes you need a spanking, bro. That's it. Once or
you wanted to
twice.
say
All
something
right,
else.
little tap on the butt just
You
to know that
was
you're
about
wrong,
to say
bro.
sometimes child abuse is.
I wasn't say that, bro.
And low-key, I agree.
I wasn't gonna say that,
All
bro.
Oh, that's what I thought. I was about to get to. Like,
Chill
wait,
out.
Listen, beat
Listen,
your
bro.
kids, bro.
Just
One.
give him a little tap.
Yo,
There's a difference.
it, man.
There's a big difference between child abuse and disciplining your kids.
Tell that to our father.
One, Dad did not abuse us. I don't know where he's getting
He
it from.
abused you.
we're not promoting child abuse. And
I
again,
am, bro.
What is wrong with you, man?
And you come at me that I'm against canceled.
Yes,
I'm against
seriously,
canceled.
bro.
All right.
This is crazy.
That ain't abused me, man.
I mean, granted,
Quality
Lawrence,
discipline.
you said little black kids weren't actually people.
What?
You did, bro.
Yeah,
What are you talking
said that,
about,
bro?
When did I say this?
That's
the
crazy.
seraphim, bro.
Yeah, the seraphim.
Yeah,
You said
man.
little black children.
You also said you wouldn't let your children in the house unless they could complete an obstacle course. So I'm not hearing nothing about child abuse from you, bro.
First of all,
I said
They can't
no such thing.
enter the home, bro.
I said no such thing.
We know you, bro. We witnessed this,
I
bro.
said no. Don't be putting that on me. Those words
I'm
are not
lying?
coming out. Yes.
Lionel and Larry, I'm lying, bro.
I never said those words. I never said you were. That sounds
You
so.
can't even continue, bro.
Bro, you
Because he know he
ridiculous.
said it.
Because it's ridiculous.
this is why Mimi left, bro.
Don't put that
This is
on me.
why he gone.
Don't
bro.
put that on me.
This is why you stepped down, bro.
Okay.
What was that
Alright.
super chat earlier?
Alright.
You stepped
He's the
down.
father that stepped
He's the
down.
father that stepped down.
All right, we gotta get this last super chat in so we get the calls. We got another 5 from John D. Water. It says, "My bad, I meant Shanks at the beginning of the series versus Luffy after Rio." I got Luffy.
Yeah, you gotta have Luffy.
Yeah, I got Luffy there. I got Luffy there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We're able to get 2 call winners in here, so sorry, y'all.
Mike, we're gonna skip the
Let's skip
commercial.
the commercial, bro. We
Yeah.
don't have time. So our first winner is Koba 420. So Koba, come on down. Koba, you there? Koba, you fumbling, bro. Koba, you fumbling, bro.
It might not be his fault.
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man. What's up?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So I have a question for you guys. I've been a fan for a while,
Thank you.
and sorry, I just gotta mute myself. I'm from Canada. My name's Covan, but I was wondering who you think will be in Elbaf. Like, I've heard theories about Enel, Shiki, Arouge, Vivi, Big Mom. And I was wondering who you think will be in Elbaf.
I'm a big proponent of Shiki being tied to the Elbaf story in relation to Shanks. But as far as everybody else, be cool to see Arouge here. I'd like to see all the Yonko at some point be in Elbaf.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would like to have a whole, I don't want to say Yonko summit per se, but I would like to see Shanks. I'd like to see the Cross Guild, and then I've always theorized that Blackbeard would crash the party with Pluton somehow. So to try to wipe out all of his
that'd be cool.
Yonko contemporaries.
I want a
I
different
think
direction.
Shiki might be there
Mm-hmm.
with the last chapters we've got.
I go in a different direction.
What's up?
Since this is a very big arc, and we're in the final part of the series of One Piece, I will say this is where Emu shows up and shows face. And it will create the craziest havoc we've ever seen. I don't think,
You think
we're gonna
he'll show up? You think he'll show up right now?
I don't think
like,
it'll
just
show up right now.
after
I think it'll show up at the end when we're like about to end Elbaf. He'll
Alright,
he'll
gotcha.
or she'll show up and confront Loki or whoever at the time being and let them know they better not step out or he'll take them out right now, and he just takes them out anyway. That'll be nice to see. I want somebody that bad
That would
to
be dope.
exist.
That would be pretty dope.
And then we get the full scope, like, oh, now we finally saw the person. Now we know who we got to deal with. I don't think Emu being revealed at the very, very end, and we only spend like 5 seconds with them, is going to be satisfactory to me. Because then that feels kind of like Kaguya all over again, and I
Larry
don't need
just
that.
needs something with Emu.
Yeah.
That's all he needs.
I'm not mad at it though. I feel like
Yeah.
if the world is bubbling up to this crazy Ragnarok thing, and Emu might feel the need to handle it.
Yeah, because this is the most dangerous island. This is the most dangerous people. This is the people that Big Mom said, yo, I'd be Pirate King if I had them on my
Pirate
side.
King with, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
these are the people that they've tried to imitate through Caesar or even Vegapunk to create to bring onto their side in order to have more strength. This is the reason why pacifistas exist, because if they had giants, they wouldn't make pacifistas, in my opinion. Technically,
Yeah.
they saw an
well,
outside power
thanks.
source.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking my call. I'm glad I got in. I've been trying for a while now. It's nice talking to y'all. I'm a big fan of what you guys do, and keep it going.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Appreciate
That's
it, man.
nice to hear, too, bro.
Appreciate that.
Dope question.
Yeah, it was.
Have a
Alright,
good one.
Thanks, bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, and our final call of the night is an old one but a good one. the broker. It's been a while.
Oh, there's not enough time for the
Broker.
time.
Broker, we only got a couple minutes, but I missed you, bro.
Whoa, no. You can't do that to me. What the hell? No, you can't do
I
that.
knew it, bro.
How long is a couple of minutes?
We got like 3 minutes before we got to really
3
wrap
minutes.
up.
Oh no, Marvel let you have extra time. It's fine.
What's up, man?
Can't I do a call next week then? Because it's going to take more than a couple of minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do a call next week.
Is that okay?
We can lock you in for next week, but do you have anything you want to say before we let you drop?
Honestly, congratulate you guys on all your success. Like I said, you're just below 115K now. You guys are rocking it.
Thank you.
It's unfortunate for me because it means it's been 5.5 months since I get a call in.
Oh,
But
man.
it's fine.
Bro,
Don't worry, you know.
You got to keep tapping in with Taku. I love that stream y'all had, man. It was dope.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, man.
I gotta say,
It got the highest amount of views and the lowest amount of time so far for all of his videos.
Nice.
Absolutely.
That's a big game, man.
Dude, I was
I'm happy
tapped
to hear
in.
that.
I couldn't stay for the whole
Yeah.
show, but it was a lot of fun.
No, well,
man.
I'm not surprised. It's 3.5 hours.
Yeah, it was very
I
long.
could barely stay for the whole show.
How have you been, though, man? You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. I was quickly in hospital again with the pancreas problems, but I'm out home now, so I'm home for Christmas. That was all I was worried about.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
In other news, the disaster relief that was happening in Florida, as I do with you guys, as you know, I left a donation. I think it was $2,500. In your guys, again on your guys' behalf, but someone did point out to me afterwards that I did and Marv, but my autocorrect changed it to and Mark. So some random guy called Mark is getting all of this. So Marv, I'm very sorry.
That's what Marv calls himself when he talks to girls that he doesn't want to get with. He tells them his name is Mark.
Mark will dry up a girl pretty damn quick. Marv sounds interesting. You know, I'd probably get wet for Marv.
Hey,
Oh my God,
Broker, bro. It's family show, man.
Yeah, bro.
I said wet, not You made it dirty. You made it dirty. I meant buy him a drink.
Hey, man. Marv likes a drink or two, bro.
There you go. Well, yeah, so does Mark, apparently.
What was your theory about?
It's about what Loki's devil fruit is.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we got something to look forward to. Let's hope it doesn't get revealed by next week.
Yeah,
I'll
crazy.
say now, as like some of you have been saying, the deal that was made was obviously to go after Blackbeard.
Okay.
Like if Luffy is gonna, again, after what Loki said, like, you know, if you set me free, I'll destroy any pirate you want. There's no one else that he's choosing. Really, let's be honest. Luffy isn't choosing anyone other than Blackbeard.
Okay.
yeah, interesting.
I mean, yeah. I couldn't think of another pirate option for him. So, but all right, Broker, we'll drop you there because we do have to end the show. But I'm looking forward to hearing that theory next week.
Next
man.
week, yeah, definitely. Christmas theory, wonderful.
Yeah, man.
After being so long, it's good to hear your voice, bro.
Yeah,
Good to hear
definitely.
from you, bro.
Good to hear
And you guys, take good care, okay? Much love.
All right, much love,
Bye,
bro.
Mark.
Good, brother.
Oh, man. All right. That's
Marv
it
gonna
for
go back
calls.
home and be like, you know what? I can pull off Mark.
Oh, man. All right. I don't think we have any more super chats, but
Yeah. No, that's fine.
y'all like the stream if you haven't already. And next week, definitely tune in to hear Broker's theory and definitely jump into that call waiting room and see if you guys can get up on here as well.
Yeah. We apologize. You know how chapters go when they're long and there's a lot to talk about. It happens, man. You know, we're just not going to be able to hit calls as fast as we want to. Plus, the super chats are always there, and we're always going to read those, and those spark up conversations as well. And, you know, as much as your viewing experience has to be great, we also have to have fun talking, and sometimes just speeding through super chats that are very interesting kind of like blows. So we try to do our best with time management. I make sure that we do our best with time management, but, you know, it's unfortunate, but we'll always have times where like we'll be able to take more calls in. So we just want to say thank you for even wanting to get into a Discord call. Thank you for super chatting the way you do. Thank you guys for watching us the entire time if you've been here the entire time. And yeah, man, thank you so much for everybody.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing else to say.
Yeah, we could wrap. I mean,
Yeah.
we we got a minute. No, we don't have a minute left. Never mind.
What do you want to do for a minute?
That's it.
Oh, that's it. All right. My name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Lionel.
Sub.
And this is that One Piece Talk. Shout out!